Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I love it.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coop.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid?
You might be honest.
All right, here's what's going on in the Nasty Cup.
How you doing that? Big show, hey? Jay, how you? What's going on, everybody? So that's a character that I do sometimes when Jay and I used to shoot baskets. It was a coach. Basically, he's the coach, but he gives very, not blunt, but very like staccato. Rapid orders. Yeah. Maybe got a bit of a southern accent. Maybe he coached in the SEC or coached a little high school ball in the States.
How you doing, Nick?
Yeah. Get over that. All right, here we go, do.
Fun.
You know the guy.
Know the
You know
guy?
the guy that we're talking about. He might make some appearances on the show as we move along.
Why not?
Oh, my goodness. I hope you're having a great day, Nasties. Along with Jason Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins. Zachary Kubish is here as well. Kubish decked out in the Elks hat and the is that from the 2015 Grey Cup championship shirt?
I think so.
How
It's
do you
one of the
have that?
thrifted.
You weren't even born in 2015.
Yeah, I wasn't even around. I wasn't even a twinkle in my parents' eyes. I'm trying to figure out the
Where
year
did you
here.
get that shirt?
I don't know.
Did you thrift it?
I definitely thrifted it. Yeah, the 103rd
People do a lot of
Grey Cup.
thrifting?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do people
It's a big thing.
buy clothes at thrifting and then wear those clothes?
I'm doing it right now.
I don't know if I've ever bought used clothes. I mean, my own, like I wear my own clothes after they're used. I don't throw things out after one use. That shit did it now.
I went into, what's that one on White Ave called, Coob? Damon brought some stuff.
Ooh, I know what you're
from another.
We went in there on White Ave, and I saw a U2 shirt from, I forget what album it was, but they toured in Edmonton. I owned that shirt,
Oh, nice.
and I think I threw it out.
Maybe that was the
And
shirt.
they wanted like $70 for it.
See, that's the thing now. It's used and it's old.
But this one, to its credit, like it looked crisp. It looked good. It looked brand new.
So it could be a new retro shirt.
Yes, it could be.
I was kind of appalled at how much albums cost. So I was in Sunrise Records in Kingsway about a week ago. And I was like, oh, I'll pop into Sunrise Records. And I was pleasantly surprised to see that they still sell CDs and DVDs, which I don't buy anymore. But I've got some at home. And because, do you remember, well, it's now that Best Buy on 109th Street and 104th Ave. Used to be Future Shop.
Yes.
They always had a great selection of DVDs and CDs. And
Right.
now I think they have some DVDs.
A lot of records now.
Do you remember A&B Sound?
Of course.
God, I used to love going to A&B Sound. Just
HMV?
browsing. Yeah, HMV was... I think A&B, though, was the
that
best.
was the one
There
on Calgary Trail.
And there was one on 108th Street downtown. Right?
I don't remember the
108th Street,
downtown
maybe
one.
103rd Ave, 102nd Ave. There was one downtown.
I would have frequented
really
the one
cool.
on Calgary Trail.
Right, that down by where the movie theaters are. I don't know if those are still there even. Gateway Cinemas. Those might be gone too.
probably
Yeah,
not.
those are probably gone. So they have a lot of vinyl at Sunrise, but a record is like $45.
Yes.
And it's like, I don't understand. I truly don't understand why people are buying vinyl
Why?
to listen to. Digital is way better. It's way more convenient.
Isn't the quality of vinyl supposed to be unmatched?
I doubt that. I seriously doubt that.
Like, I have a record player.
Yeah, how good can it be?
It's great.
That's to me.
But I don't have enough of an ear or enough of the speaker system to make it, I'm not a vinyl snob. The vinyl
I don't
sound
know.
quality is superior.
I think, like, to me, buying vinyl, it's like saying, you know what? I'm not going to watch high def. I want my aerial back. I want my aerial back.
Let me.
Now, I almost bought a Def Leppard album because I have framed their first 4 albums. As you know, On Through the Night, High and Dry, Pyromania and Hysteria. I have those framed, and they had Adrenalize, their 5th album, and they actually had a couple other ones. And I was like, man, I'd like to have these and frame them as well, but they're, it would have cost me $100 to $150 to get their other albums a frame. Like, it's not worth it that much just to display them.
Right.
And I think a couple of the other ones that I have framed, I bought used. So I was surprised. I mean, are people buying vinyl records and listening to them on a record player? Like, why is that the one thing that's gone backwards?
I think it's just the it thing. I don't know. Like, Koob, do you have a vinyl? Do you have a record player?
I have a huge collection, actually. I just bought records yesterday at a thrift shop.
Why are you buying records? Tell me, like, why are you buying records?
Well, to collect them. I like the physical aspect of it. I don't.
Okay, that I like that. I like that. Yeah.
The digital music isn't really the same. Like, I like looking at the art, being able to read the lyrics off the paper. Everything in the record itself is really cool. To put it on the record, put the little needle going, and the vibrations and the little crackles. It makes it more genuine.
Name any song in the world that's ever been recorded.
Graduation by North Shore.
Well, I don't know if you guys will be on here.
Ooh. Yeah.
But like, I could go onto my Apple Music and bring up any song and play it, and when I connect it to a USB speaker at home, it sounds fine. It sounds fine.
Yeah,
I'm never sitting there with music playing thinking, oh, if only there were a record playing. If only there were a record I had to get up and change halfway through.
It could be the the physical aspect of it, though. Like, that's probably the most viable response. Is that you have something.
I don't know that you actually have
tangible
something
that you can hold and look at.
I do understand that.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe for Koob's generation that they've grown up without a lot of physical things.
Fair enough.
Now it's cool to have that physical thing. I'm more of the mindset I had the physical thing. I guess even for me, by the time I started buying music, it wasn't vinyl. It was tapes and then CDs.
Mm-hmm.
I've had the physical thing. And now if I want to listen to Hungry Like the Wolf by Duran Duran, I don't need to find it on whatever tape it was on. I punch it up and I play it and I listen to Hungry Like the Wolf by Duran Duran or whatever. I personally don't notice a difference in quality. I respect that some people might. I don't notice it. Now, there are people who are more hardcore into music than I am. So I respect that. But for me, it's not worth it buying vinyl when I get, and do you pay for Spot? I don't even know. Like I pay, I think it's $11 a month for Apple Music. I'm perfectly happy with it.
I don't even pay for Spotify.
Is Spotify free?
I have you have ads though that pop up. But if you want to pay to remove the ads, you can.
Okay, yeah. So Apple
Apple
has no ads, and I listen to Apple Music, something off Apple Music. I would say probably 28 of 30 or 31 days in a month.
Really?
Oh yeah. Like, even I might put some songs on. I might put an album on. If I'm playing a game by myself or with some friends, like a board game, I might put an album on or randomize a list or play some jazz that I want to hear in the background because I like listening to different types of jazz.
I'll go to my TV for that, where they have like the music channels. Like there's country hits, hot country, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
I'll put that on if I need ambiance music or background
because
music.
there's so many playlists. You know who's the greatest hits I was listening to last week was Neil Young.
Were you?
It was awesome. Yeah. Huh. Actually, Neil Young called me the other day. You know what he said?
What?
Keep on rocking in the free world. This afternoon, we were sitting in the bullpen. I said, hey, Jay, did you hear about that band Kiss? And Jay goes, what? I said, they used to perform in full makeup.
You're really on one today.
I'm really a wealth of knowledge.
Yes.
So I don't notice any difference between digital music and vinyl music. And
I don't think you could. I have say that you could. Like, you'd have to be a real aficionado or either a speaker guy.
Oh yeah, there are certainly some setups for speakers that are going to be better than others for sure. But I don't. Hey, spend your money however you want. That's not something I would spend my money on. Is vinyl. Now, Koob spends his. You choose to spend your income on vinyl, so at least some.
Yeah, a wee bit. I mean, I got Michael
have
Jackson.
you ever had a
the
CD?
Thriller.
You have
Yeah, I
Thriller
have.
on vinyl?
Yeah,
How many times are you going to listen to that, though?
I don't know. I mean, whenever I have it, I have it. Plus, it could be a collector item like that. I paid $15 for it, which is like basically
It's never going to be worth
everything I make.
$1.5 million. It's never going to be worth that.
It could
be worth
17.
300.
Could be worth 17. So you might sell it for
17 million,
17 today.
$17
Oh,
in about 20 years. Could be.
some records actually have high collectible value, though.
Do they?
And yeah, and a record like that, like there's only certain prints that come out, right? If you get a specific print from a certain year or overseas, Japan made records in different ways, and they did out here in North America. So there's different variables that come down to it as well. If you're listening to music on Spotify, it's all the same. You can get it in different bit rates, which changes the audio. I'm getting too nerdy here.
Yeah, okay.
But records do have better quality as well of music. And you alluded to that. You don't really know.
But you can
the difference.
scratch
It's
a
cheap.
record.
It's
You
easy.
can't scratch Shopify or Spotify.
Well, you can't scratch Shopify either. You can scratch a lottery ticket, which would allow you to buy a lot of records if you won. Anyway,
What happened here? Why are we here?
well, we're here because we're doing the Reid Wilkins show with Jason Milne. It is on Edmonton Sports Talk. People can interact with us if they want to talk about records, vinyl, CDs, tapes. We're going to talk about Ref Week is going to continue at 4 o'clock. The guy who inspired it, former WHL referee, he's been retired for a couple of years. He was one of the best refs in the Western Hockey League for quite a while. I hope he doesn't mind me saying that. Chris Crich is going to join us at 4. We have had a smashing Ref Week so far. It's been incredible. We may have to extend it into next week.
We could.
We could maybe do a ref summer, but we're having a blast doing it. Yesterday, Justin McInnes from the CFL was incredible. We got a current CFL ref on the show. Tuesday, we had Karen Lasuk, longtime basketball official. She's done the Olympics. She does Division I women's basketball in the States, NCAA. Corey Davis, over 40 years as an umpire, joined us on Monday. Great stories, great perspective. We know why we have wanted to have these people on, Jay, but I think for me, it's exceeded the expectations already in terms of the honesty and the perspective that we've received. I think maybe I'm biased because I'm
probably
hosting the show, but I think it's been outstanding. So that's coming up at 4 o'clock. We have a whole bunch of things we may or may not touch on, so I'm not going to tease them all. So it's going to be a fun show. We want to keep you smiling here as we take you through the summer months. The Elks are on a bye week. The CFL's week does start tonight. Tor's playing Muddle. And Dustin's calling the game on TSN. All right, you can text us, by the way. 780-218-9999 is the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 Restaurant. The entire menu is 50% off 7 days a week from 2 to 5 p.m. Email reid@edmontonsportstalk.com, jay@edmontonsportstalk.com. That is where you send your suggestions, your nominations for the Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week, which we're doing on Thursdays. I think this is going to be the 5th person we featured already, and you got more to consider. So send them in.
Yep.
It can be any athlete, any sport, any age. I mean, you got to give us a sell job. You can't just write in like, you know, have Jablonski on. He good. Like, you got to give us a reason. But you know, we really enjoy doing the Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week. You can also interact with us and with each other in the nasty chat. That's going hard on the YouTube stream. Give us a thumbs up when you're there as well. And if you haven't already on YouTube, subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk. We have soared past 13,000 subscribers, which is pretty cool. We have a special guest in the studio this afternoon.
We do.
We're probably not going to put him on camera because we don't want to wake him.
I think we have to.
Well, he's sleeping quite comfortably by your feet. It's Trev, everybody. You know, so if you're on YouTube, you're going to see a cute dog. This is, and we've mentioned this guy on the show, this is Coop the Corgi, everybody. Coop making a special field trip with his dad, Jay, today.
He came into the
So what's Coop's story? What's his biography?
Cooper was a Christmas dog that we got for my daughters. So he arrived in, like, they unboxed him.
He was wrapped.
Yeah, we had to keep him at our neighbor's house for like 2 weeks because we had him and we couldn't show him to the girls. And then when Christmas break started, we said that there was an early gift that came, and when they got off the bus, they unwrapped Cooper.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So this is Cooper the Corgi, everybody.
Now, you have other dogs.
Yeah.
But is Coop the only one who would be allowed to come to the station or you could trust?
Bingo would come. He'd be fine, too. He's just a big boy.
Okay.
But Gager's dog was here, too.
Oh, yeah. Boone, right?
Yeah.
Boone's a beast.
Boone's a big boy.
Yeah.
So my daughters thought it would be best because they know that we're moving offices. So they said, Dad, we've all been to the office. We've seen the office. I think it's time you take Cooper to show him the office so he can remember it. So I said, okay, girls.
I'm sure he'll remember it. Yeah.
He's had a lovely day.
He's had a lot of naps. He's quite well behaved. He barked at Hernan a little bit. Did he growl at Gager too?
There was a couple, and I'm like, I've never heard him growl unless it's like they're playing with my other dog. But I've never heard him growl at anybody. So, and then Gage was petting him, and it was fine. So I think it was just a little bit out of his comfort zone.
Or sometimes if they're maybe a little startled or they hear someone behind them, they might react that way. So Coop the Corgi, Cooper is his full name, by the way, is here, and he's gone back to sleep. How old is he again?
He's 2.5.
Oh, he's still quite young.
He's a baby.
He has gone back to sleep. So he may or may not make another appearance on the show.
And Rip City Step says, a lot of new smells. But yeah, he's been sniffing the heck out of this studio. And I've taken him outside a few times, and it is just in a new world.
And he has not tried to pee in the studio at all. He's totally trained, which is good. Because some dogs, they're like, well, I know it's inside, but I've never been here before.
He sure left his mark outside.
Big piece.
He
puddled it up.
Yeah, he was putting down the scent. Old Cooper. So yeah, he's been great today.
Yeah, Coop's awesome. When you were coming up the stairs with him, you know what I said? I think I hear him coming now. Oh my goodness, we have. You know what Mike Francesa said about your dog?
Who came up with a dog with a cape? When did that arrive? I watched Superman for years on television. I never saw a dog with a cape.
Yeah, thankfully Coop's not wearing a cape. That would have been quite offensive to many people. All right, so Coop the Corgi is here. Special guest in studio.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. All right, 780-218-9999, the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino. So tonight after the show, I will be going to pick up Bob and Louise Wilkins. Those are my parents. Sometimes I like saying that to people who don't know my parents' names, and they're like, "Oh, what are you doing tonight?" I'm hanging out with this couple I know, Bob and Louise, and they're like, "Oh, what's their story?" I'm like, "Oh, they're like 30 years older than me," and they're like, "Oh, you're friends with them?" "No, they're my mom and dad." They're like, "Why did you say your parents?" Well, they are Bob and Louise. So we're gonna go to Taste of Edmonton. My mom has bought sheets of tickets. We all love Taste of Edmonton. I think my mom especially. And maybe because it gets her out of cooking a little bit.
Yeah, right.
But
a night off.
We like going to Taste of Edmonton. K-Days starts tomorrow. What else is coming up this summer? Heritage Days. Did Folk Fest happen yet?
No.
Folk Fest hasn't happened. The Fringe is coming up. The street performers were the last week and a half, I think. Do they still do Jazz Fest? That's on.
No, it's called Yaz Fest.
Yeah, it's just the Festival of Jasmine. So, in the spirit of summer in Edmonton, our off-topic topic presented by William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best it can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536. So we want to know from you your top 3 most favorite Edmonton and area festivals. So they do not have to be summer festivals. They do not have to be ones that we just named. They do not have to be ones that have yet to happen this year. Maybe there was a festival in March. But they should kind of be annual things, right? Like not, I remember 5 years ago they did a one-off. So we want to know your top 3 Edmonton and area festivals. I think we want to say and area because, look, we don't know. There could be, there could be a fishing festival by New Norway.
Who knows?
That's like the biggest fishing festival in the world. We don't know. So we'll kind of say Edmonton and area festival. Give us your top 3. I mean, I see Explore Edmonton has a website that lists a whole bunch. Now, it starts from today. Well, like the Free Will Shakespeare Festival. Oh, that happened already. Oh, no, it's ongoing. June 27th to July 20th. We got a couple of days to still go. So that's what we want to know. Because Jay and I said, should we just do favorite? And then we were kind of, well, let's get a list from people. Your top 3.
And I'll kind of keep track.
Yeah, we'll do an informal poll.
Do an informal poll.
I mean, I think we can kind of guess, but I'm curious to see what gets named the most. And again, what might be named by other people.
I'm interested. I hope I find a new festival that I never even knew about.
Well, that's what I want to get. And that's why we wanted to say Edmonton and area. And we do have listeners from out of town. And I know from having grown up in a rural community, I mean, we know Edmonton has a lot of people, but sometimes be like, oh, well, it's always Edmonton, Edmonton, Edmonton. There's things going on outside of Edmonton. So you and I like to recognize that. Maybe it's Pembina Valley Days, which happened last weekend in Evansburg.
Could be.
Would that be a festival or would that be a carnival? Yeah, we could fit.
Throw it in.
Yeah, because we can include.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite?
Fringe.
Fringe for sure.
Fringe for sure. Taste of Edmonton, number 2. I'm not sure what I'd put number 3. I'd have to think about it.
Okay, I've got Folk Festival first, Fringe second, Heritage Festival third.
Okay.
I don't go to the Folk Festival enough, but when I do, man, is that good.
I have a confession to make.
Oh,
well, I've said this
boy.
before. I've never been.
Really?
Yeah, I've never been.
Well, why don't me and you, good old buddy, old pal, head down there?
Well, I'm busy that weekend.
I'll bring Cooper.
Well, maybe if Coop went. Did you take? I don't think you can take dogs in. We'd have to say he's a helper dog.
He's my comfort
We put
dog.
a little saddle on him and some water. Oh, he's our water dog. We can't carry our own. All right, so oh, he's over here. Hey, buddy.
Oh, hey, Coop.
What are you doing, Coop? He's a good boy. I think he wants to be on the show. He heard me saying his name, so he's like, oh, perhaps Reid has treats. I should go. So I have not fed him.
No.
And I don't feed other people's dogs, not because of anything, but dogs we've had in the past have somehow, you take him, it's like, why is he puking or crapping himself? Oh, because probably someone fed him at the park or at the birthday party. So, yeah, Coop, you're not getting any food from me. Sorry, buddy. He would have probably liked the lunch I had of leftover pork chops and rice. He would have. He would have. I guess I could have given him some of that, but I didn't. So Bronco Nick says Festival of Trees at Christmas. The Pound Maker Rodeo. Isn't the Rainmaker Rodeo?
The Rainmaker Rodeo?
I think he's making up festivals now. They got to be real festivals, Bronco Nick.
Do they? If you want to make up a festival.
The festival of my imagination. Where all of Edmonton is covered in pink snowflakes.
Jablonski, quit making up festivals. That's not a real festival. And Bronco Nick says 3. Who's leaving?
Hernan.
Oh, see Hernan. He's just like, whatever. All right. Mex Bezozu, Heritage Days. Oh, Film Fest. When did I go to that was in the fall. I went to the wrestling, the satanic wrestling movie. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
With Zip? No, I went with Aaron. Zip is involved with the Film Fest, but I went with Aaron.
Right.
The Winter Festival on 124th. So there we go. We got a bunch of little things coming in.
What is the Winter Festival in one?
That must be a smaller one, perhaps.
Okay.
But it would be a festival. So anyway, 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. And you can also email reid@edmontonsportstalk.com, jay@edmontonsportstalk.com. Post in the nasty chat. So yeah, just because of the immediacy, Taste of Edmonton tonight, K-Days tomorrow. Now I find as an adult, especially, I'm well into my middle age. You're sort of middle-aged. You have kids though. I can't remember the last time I went to K-Days.
I ain't touching Katie's with a 10-foot pole.
I don't need to go on a ride.
Especially with my kids.
Yeah, I don't need to go on a ride.
All I see from K-Days every year is fights. And
oh, really? Who's fighting?
Violence. Kids, Reid.
Like
it's the kids.
The kids are fighting.
It's the kids.
Oh, you know what my number 3 would be? Wheels just put it in. That's a TIFF, right?
Mm-hmm.
Art Walk.
Is that a festival?
It's an event. Maybe it's, I don't know.
I guess it is a festival.
Should we just say summer
things?
Well, no, but we said it doesn't have to be summer. I guess regular festivals or celebrations on the calendar is what we're going for. But yeah, K-Days, I can't remember the last time I was there. Like, so you have to pay to get into K-Days, right? And then I don't know what even I would do at K-Days. I don't need to go on rides. Like, I wouldn't go on the puke machine or whatever it's called. The puke drop. The drop of puke.
The Grava-Puke?
That's what our carnival would be. Every ride would have puke in it. Have you gone on the puker cars?
And
don't you mean bumper cars? No, I mean puker cars.
What? And I'm not even into like, a hot dog rolled in spicy Cheetos and deep fried. Like the carnival foods.
He's licking my leg.
You guys wouldn't go there for any concerts, though? Like Tom Morello's coming. There's going to be, July Talk and Mariana's Trench are the three big names.
Yeah, maybe I would.
Maybe.
I mean...
But it's not enough of a poll.
The last time
right?
I went there, Big Wreck played.
Right. Yeah.
And I thought that was cool.
What's he? Now he's sleeping by me.
Yeah, it is.
Comfortable dog. All right, we're really late into the break. We're meandering already. Expect more of it throughout the afternoon, but we do have Ref Week coming up with longtime WHL referee Chris Crich. We got our afternoon debate. We're going to do Name the Animal before 4 o'clock. That's a world famous segment.
Maybe we should include Coop.
Coop could try to guess the animal.
Yeah.
He's got an ear for that type of thing. So we got the Coo, which is Matty Iwanek. We got the Big Uke, who's a listener. We got Uke, who is Yukon Jack from the Bear. He drops by sometimes. We have Coop, the Corgi, and we have the Coob doing our sports updates.
Dakota Joshua is now a member of the Leafs, being swapped from Vancouver to Toronto for a 2028 fourth-round pick. Elsewhere, Lukas Dostal has signed a 5-year extension in Anaheim worth $6.5 million per season. In the CFL, the Alouettes host the Argos in Week 7 action. Montreal welcomes back Davis Alexander while Nick Arbuckle slings the ball for Toronto. Kickoff goes at 5:30. And from Pittsburgh, it's being reported that TJ Watt has agreed to a 3-year extension worth $123 million with the Steelers, making him the highest paid defender in the league. And the Raptors battle the Warriors at 8 o'clock. Summer League action has 2 games underway right now. The Pacers up 52-38 on the Knicks at halftime, while Miami trails Detroit 66-47 with 5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. The Stingers also play tipping off with the Blackjacks out east. Tune into the game on any of EST's audio streams. Coverage starts at 6 o'clock. This sports update is brought to you by Clover Bar Feeds. Clover Bar Feeds has all the animal feed you'll need. Get top-notch service and selection from their family-owned business. Visit Clover Bar Feeds at 200 Portage Close in Sherwood Park or call them at 780-467-5014. The show rolls on after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
2 guys and a goalie.
I think for McDavid, I have to go with Quicksilver.
Quicksilver. Wow. Okay.
Marvel character, runs extremely fast, can knock you out and hit you when you least expect it or hurt you when you least expect it because you don't know he's coming, even though I guess teams know. But yeah, I had to do something speed related. Okay. So I'm going to do Quicksilver.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Win a trip to Osheaga with the Banquet in Aperol. We're sending one lucky guest to Montreal with flights, hotel, and 2 tickets to one of Canada's hottest music festivals. Enter by July 26. Details in store or on the Banquet app. Get real. Play hard.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
Summer in Edmonton means 3 things: warm weather, long nights, and plenty of sports. From the lake to the links, you can boost your summer fun with hundreds of casino games, live betting on your favorite sports teams, and access to popular lotteries. All in one app, anywhere in the province. Download the Play Alberta app today and deposit $20 or more with promo code YAG50 to claim a $50 free bet. That's promo code YAG50 for a $50 free bet on us. Redeemable once per Play Alberta account. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
Hey Edmonton, ready to take advantage of lower rates and better pricing? South Fort Chevrolet in Fort Saskatchewan has you covered. From rugged trucks to sleek SUVs. And with over 40 years in business, you can trust that you're getting the best deal on your new ride. As the proud title sponsor of the Nielsen Show, EST listeners can drive a little to save a lot with South Fort Chevrolet's transparent pricing and down-to-earth sales team. Visit us today in Fort Saskatchewan or online at southfortchev.com.
Kayaks, bikes, camping gear? Make space for summer fun with Sentinel Storage. Spend more time on adventures with your outdoor gear and less time looking for them. Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
Oh my goodness. Oh, we're having a good time. Hope you are as well. Whew. The ESPYs were last night. Well, first of all, Rob from the Grove for top 3 Edmonton and area festivals. Number 1, Taste of Edmonton. Number 2, Art Walk. Number 3, Heritage Days. Honorable mention, Great Outdoors Comedy Festival. I think that has been around 3 or 4 years. Big expansion this year, too. Is that not this weekend?
Which one is that?
The Great Outdoors Comedy Festival?
I believe
that is this weekend. I tell you what, Jay, I'm just going to make this whole segment the afternoon debate. We may or may not get to the actual topic.
Sure.
Well, we'll get to it at some point. The afternoon debate presented by Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf Club. Fall in for flavor and fairways. Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf Club open to the public with Twilight golf specials that go easy on your wallet. And wings so good, they should be on parade. Hit the course, crush some wings, and soak in the sunset. Visit egmgolf.com. That's egmgolf.com to book your round today. So full disclosure, I did not watch the ESPYs at all.
Full disclosure, nor did I.
I watched Gillis's monologue on YouTube earlier today.
I listened to you watch it on
you didn't
YouTube.
Need to see it. Yeah, you were sitting across from me.
I heard the jokes.
Some very good lines. Not all of it.
It was, for Shane Gillis, it was rather tame.
True.
I wish he would have just leaned into it a bit more. That's all I would say. Because he did the old, I didn't, they let me up here. It's their fault. He did that a lot.
Yeah.
But not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah.
He has, I do not know him nearly as well as you do. I've seen a little bit of his stand-up on YouTube. He has a very unique style, which is good, but he doesn't, for me, he doesn't draw me in as much as other, like he kind of does, even the way he holds his mic, I found a little,
yeah, he's
got the 2 hands and he's going off with the one hand. He had some very, very good jokes though.
Yeah.
The Belichick joke was pretty good.
That was a banger.
And then he did a tribute to Norm Macdonald at the end with an OJ joke, which was, I found quite funny, but he was good. I mean, he did a bit of his Trump impression, which is one of the things he's known for. He kind of made fun of some of the athletes there, which what you expect. Like the Oscars, the host will get up there and make fun of some of the Hollywood stars. So I thought he did okay for a monologue. I didn't think it was awesome, but I didn't think it was a complete fall flat.
No, it was just fine. And it wasn't that long.
It was about 10 minutes.
Yeah, perfect. Get on, get off.
Get on with the show, and we have no idea how the show went.
0.
Leon won Best Hockey Player. Apparently that was not presented live. Is that true, Coop?
That is true, yeah. I don't remember when they wrapped it up. The only NHL, they had the Ovechkin Award, the record-breaking one. They had about 6 to 8
And
I
he
think I
accepted it
skipped
over video.
Yeah, he was in Russian.
So
He's
probably
like,
pre-taped. They probably got him to record something.
yeah.
It's really, I mean, first of all, good for ESPN for doing this. I was looking today. I was like, how long has it been around? They've been doing the ESPY since 1993. For the first few years, first 9 years, they did it in March or February. And then now they've moved it to this All-Star break, which good for them. You got something on a sports channel or on TV when there's no live sports. So good timing for it. I guess you could say all award shows are artificial. This one feels to me a little more so because let's face it, most of it is very American centric.
Well, it's because ESPN is an American broadcasting company.
And maybe they're not trying to sell it as a worldwide.
But they have
sport
Max
awards,
Verstappen and Oscar Piastri.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, I wonder who votes on it.
Well, I was trying to find that out, and it doesn't even say.
I'm pretty sure it's fan voted. Like each person was saying thanks for the fans, thanks for voting for me, thank you, thank you. Yeah. Well, they had some performances in the middle as well, as they do for every show. Like they had Busta Rhymes out there.
Busta Rhymes?
Jello, who is
like the Busta Rhymes?
The Busta Rhymes.
Was he 70
Oh,
now?
yeah, it is all fan vote.
Yeah, he's like
I didn't
45,
realize that.
Yeah.
Busta Rhymes is older than 45.
No, he's probably like mid to late 50s, I'd say.
But I mean, I'll
He
say
was drip
this.
too. He was dripping.
Good for the Coop. Good for them for capitalizing on
He's 53.
a slow part of the season. But really, it's not as if, if Leon Draisaitl only has 10 points in his first 25 games, that we're going to be sitting, well, just hold on, everybody. Don't forget, he is an ESPY winner. He'll be fine.
Yeah, it means absolutely nothing.
It means absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
They're fun. I think some of the more fun ones are like they're like the play of the year or even team of the. Who won team of the year?
Go Birds! Go Birds! That was Gillis's whole thing.
The Eagles won?
Yeah, and then they wrapped it up. That's when they wrapped it up.
Okay.
Was team of the year. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be fun to me if they did like a game of the year or comeback. Like they have comeback athlete. It'd be cool if they did comeback in a game because they could find some small college team. But anyway,
text of the year.
Text of the year.
Like the Esties?
Yeah, like we're going to have. Ours are coming up in September, aren't they?
I think so.
I don't know if we have a date yet or
16th.
if we're allowed to say. Are we allowed to say?
I just did.
Okay. Well, put in your calendars.
Yeah, that's all right.
16th.
We got the Nasty Bash coming up in like, 3 weeks now, which is pretty cool. Jason Milne, also, you are training. Have you already entered? have you paid the entry fee for the half marathon, or are you waiting to see how it goes?
No, I'm in.
You're already in.
I'm registered.
Right. And it's cheaper the sooner you register.
Oh, I didn't do that. No.
So have you registered? Have you registered?
Yes.
Oh, you
but
did.
I was I registered in like the end of June.
Right. Well, but there's still a threshold that if you wait till the last week, it goes up even more.
That's right.
I know from experience because one day I went to pick up my package for the half marathon and it was like, we have no record of you. I was like, oh, because I guess I didn't register. Can I do it now?
Yeah, when I registered, there were still 700 and some spots left. So I don't know how many people they accept.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It might be 1,500 or something like that.
But then you can buy cancellation insurance.
Oh, really?
So it pretty much is like if you think you're going to bail on this, pay $20 extra and you get a full refund.
Well, minus the 20.
Minus 20. I didn't do that. I'm committed.
So what did you do for training today?
Oh, too much.
Well, don't say too much.
Well, I know.
Unless you ran like 30K.
No, it was just I worked out very hard yesterday.
Oh, right.
And we did legs. So my legs were dead.
Oh.
But I hammered out 12K.
You ran 12K?
6 a.m.
No, where
start.
did you run? Oh, you went out at 6. Good for you.
Yeah.
So when you sent me that picture, you're already done.
Pretty much. That was my last final stages. Yeah.
Wait a minute. You started running at 6 a.m.
Yeah, like 6:15.
You sent me the picture at 7:59. It didn't take you 2 hours to do 12K.
Oh, no.
You got a problem if it did.
No, I
shouldn't be
I
running
didn't
a
leave
half.
I didn't leave the house till 6:30. That's what it was.
Right, okay.
I left the house at 6:30. I wanted to get up at 6, but I pressed snooze.
Was this your longest run to date?
Yep.
So you're over halfway there, and you're feeling fine.
Yeah. You know what? Lungs were fine. Everything was fine up here. It was just the legs were dead, man.
Yeah.
My legs were just dying by the end of it. But it was good. So that's like 4 loops of the neighborhood.
Okay, nice. And do you have the watch that tracks your distance? Yeah, those are great.
It's not a watch anymore. It's because the handle's ripped off, so I just have to carry it in my pocket.
And does it beep every kilometer? That's what mine would do. Okay.
I should find out if it can.
The one I still have it. It's just I don't really run anymore. You'd connect it with the GPS before you start it.
Yep.
And then you'd start, and then every kilometer it would, I guess it would kind of vibrate, and then you could look to check your kilometer time. That's the one thing I would say to you, though, as you embark on, and I know you're, well, I mean, after Gager, you've played the highest level of sports. Anybody here? Apologies to Trev's disc golf.
No.
But that's the one thing I would say about running, especially running a distance, 10K or longer, I guess would be considered a fairly long run. A lot of people think, well, endurance. I will just give you and I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just giving you information. You have no idea what could go wrong with your body.
Yeah, true.
And I'm not saying injuries that'll prevent you from running. That's not what I mean. After the race, and I can't remember, 10, 11, 12 half marathons. I did 2 full marathons, which I actually did get hurt.
Jeez.
But you don't really know what's going to ail you the most. Like, yes, you will be tired, but that's not the issue. Like, I did a half marathon once, and my shoulders were killing me for a couple days. Well, just because stuff's moving, right? Sometimes the bottom of your feet will hurt. A lot of times your thighs.
I find
and
the
stuff,
back of my knees can get
the back of your knees. It
back
could
of
be
my
different.
knees.
So, but that's the thing about distance running. People say, "Well, I got to build up my endurance. Yeah, but really, it's a full body exercise.
It's a body test.
Yes, other stuff is gonna hurt along the way.
No, and that's what I was saying earlier. Like, my lungs were fine, Reid. It's just I had to coach myself home when the final stretch was there. One foot in front of the other. And you know what? Honestly, I listened to the whole morning, most of the morning show.
Good.
And I found that to be very calming, because then you just feel like you're just listening to some people have a conversation about sports.
Now, did you set 12K as your goal today?
Yeah, I wanted to get up into the double digits, and move a little higher. I'd touched 9, so this was the first time I did the 4th loop.
Okay,
and then my next thing, Reid, is I'm going to go into town. I'm going to go into Rundle Park, and
from your place.
Yeah, I'm going to drive.
Drive in. Good idea.
I'm going to drive there and run somewhere, because I can't run around my neighborhood anymore. It's so boring.
Right. Yeah, that's what I miss a lot about running, is just
go downtown.
Early morning, go through the river valley, do a trail, even if it's one you do all the time.
Yeah.
I would do all the time. But I think you're smart. I'm giving advice here, but
I will take all the advice I can get.
I think you were smart, because I rarely went on a run. And look, when I would run, I'm not always thinking about the half marathon. I just like doing it, and I like being in shape and the feeling of running. But I would always know how far I was going to do, because it does help you when you do a longer run, because your mind will get you there.
Yeah.
Right? So it's good if you say, I'm doing 12 today, because your mind will kind of know what it needs to do to get you
Interesting.
there. Very rarely would I run and I would just say, I'm just going to go out and then turn around when I feel like it and come back. Even if I didn't have a distance in mind, I had a route in mind, and then you could kind of estimate how long that route would be, or you could even go on a map, or maybe you did it before.
Yeah.
So I do think that's important, just because you're just over a month away, or is it exactly a month away now?
It's exactly today.
It's exactly a month away. So it's good that you knew, okay, I'm doing 12.
Yeah. And actually, Reid, that might even be better, is to go downtown or run White Ave, or go run the campus.
Right.
The U of A campus, so I can be I remember that building. Maybe that's what I'll do. Find a loop, because I think I got to
run along
graduate.
Saskatchewan Drive. That's a nice run along there.
Yeah,
you don't have to worry about
that.
traffic when you're on the river side of it.
Right. Because that'll help a lot. But I think I got to graduate now. I got to do this a couple more times, and then I got to graduate to a 15.
Would you like to do? What's the most you would like to do?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I always tried to do an 18.
You said an 18
2 or 3 weeks before the half.
Okay.
I would try to do a 17 or an 18, and then go back down to between 8s and 12s.
So right now, leading up to that, I'm going to be running every second day. I'm going to run a bit.
Good. Yeah.
Because I got some work to do.
You'll be fine.
I think I'll be fine.
You're going to love it.
And I think it's going to be, I know it's going to be worth it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be very happy when it's over too.
Good.
Because I don't like running. Like
Oh,
I'm
I'm
not
sorry.
like I'm not like, ooh, I love this. This is great. This is something I need to do so I can prove to myself I can do it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, this is the afternoon debate for Edmonton Garrison. We got Jay's play of the day coming up. We're going to do Name the Animal. Ref week is going to continue with Chris Crich at the top of the ref is not the animal. Don't be sarcastic, everybody. Here comes Zachary Kubish.
The Canucks have traded 29-year-old Dakota Joshua to the Maple Leafs in exchange for a fourth-round pick in 2028. And from Anaheim, Lukas Dostal inks a $32.5 million extension over 5 seasons with the Ducks. While in Montreal, the Owls play the Argos at 5:30. Davis Alexander makes it back to Montreal's lineup after being out since Week 3 due to a hamstring injury. Nick Arbuckle starts for the Argos. And down south, the Steelers and TJ Watt have agreed to a 3-year, $123 million extension, $108 million guaranteed, making him the highest paid receiver or defender in the league. Meanwhile, NBA Summer League action continues. Toronto matches up against Golden State. 2 games are live right now, including the Pacers up 64-59 with 2 minutes to go in the third against the Knicks. Elsewhere in Ottawa, it's the Stingers Blackjacks going at it. Catch the game on any of EST's audio streams. Tune in with game coverage going live at 6 o'clock. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since '93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, they have plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. The show continues on the other side of the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
The Oil Stream.
Big Uke with a good point here says no road games versus Eastern Conference after December 18th.
That's a good catch. I had not noticed that.
Yeah.
So they don't play in the Eastern time zone
at all.
They have Central.
They have Central.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Pacific. Yeah, it's that's interesting. Very good catch, Big Uke.
The Oil Stream presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Gallo LLP is an Alberta-based accounting firm with expert chartered professional accountants in both our Edmonton and Sherwood Park accounting firms. Our experienced and innovative accountants provide financial advice that saves our clients money. Simply put, we help our clients protect their assets and grow their businesses. At Gallo LLP, they go beyond the numbers to ensure the continued success of your business. Reach out to Preet or John to discuss how they can help your business grow. Visit gallollp.ca today and see how they can help you take your business to the next level.
Do you have pets? Horses? Chickens? Did the place you used to get your feed recently close down? Have no fear. Clover Bar Feeds is here. Whether it's dogs, cats, horses, or chickens, Clover Bar Feeds has you covered. Offering a large variety of food and feed, you can trust the experts at Clover Bar Feeds. They've been family owned and operated for over 60 years. This means you can expect nothing less than top-notch service and selection. Come visit them at 200 Portage Close in Sherwood Park or visit them online at cloverbarfeeds.com.
Everyone knows when you need a truck now, you call Dawn.
That's right. You call us, Frontier Cartage, when you need driver coverage or have a truck that's down.
You call Dawn from Frontier Cartage.
When you've got way more freight to move than you thought.
You call Dawn from Frontier Cartage.
When you need a truck that's available and ready to start anytime you need.
You call Dawn at Frontier Cartage, 587-222-5826. 587-222-5826.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know. along with Cooper the Corgi. I'm Reid Wilkins. He's Jason Milne. Jay's dog, Coop, is here. Oh, he heard me calling his name. Oh, no, he's licking his area. That's actually why he moved. He didn't hear me calling him. He's cleansing his privates, everybody. He's doing a little bit of doggy maintenance. That's what's happening here between Jay and I.
It happens.
Just making sure everybody... We had one dog that he would do it so loudly.
Oh, yeah.
It was like... like this awful noise. Like, okay, it's clean. Yeah. It's good. It's good. Don't lick my face.
No, oh, God.
Goop's sleeping once again. It's like to have a dog in studio. Zachary Kubish is here as well, who's a bit of a dirty dog. All right. Yeah. Not doing anything with that one. I really don't know what I'm doing. You know what I do know exactly what we're doing. I do know exactly what we're doing.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Presented by Play Alberta. Make your bets count for you and everyone else with the Play Alberta app with hundreds of player prop bets on the biggest leagues, NFL, CFL, NHL, NBA, Major League Baseball, you name it. You're not just playing for fun, you're supporting your province. Play Alberta revenue helps fund Alberta programs and services. Deposit today with promo code YAG50 and get an exclusive $50 free bet to get started.
Well, CFL, Thursday night football. Now, this is going to go against some of, this was a tough one for me. But I felt so convicted to go this way, Reid. Okay? I'm not really an under guy. I don't usually like to bet the unders. Apologies to Big Uke. But this number's just high for this game. So I figure the Montreal Alouettes are a lock to win. All right? I don't see a way in which Toronto wins this.
Okay.
So I put Montreal to win, and I parlayed that with under 51.5 total points.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So under 51. Or 51 and under, plus Montreal Alouettes win. That was plus 140 originally. They boosted it to plus 155.
Oh, nice.
So if you want to ride with Jay, head over to playalberta.ca, click on sports, EST specials. You'll see Jay's play of the day. Montreal Alouettes to win and under 51.5 points in the match.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
All right, great stuff there. Of course, Jay and I are coming to you, and Coop, by the way, from the Banquet Studio. The Banquet Summer Feature Menu is here. Bacon-wrapped pickles, spicy Korean noodle bowls, and cocktails like the Pink Lady and Blueberry Hibiscus Smash. Try now at the Banquet. Get real. Play hard. All right, Ref Week is going to continue in about 8 or 10 minutes. So we started doing this. Well, we did it a couple weeks ago when you were away. I did it on an exhibition basis. We're going to do it. We're doing it Thursdays for now. We'll see how it evolves along the way. But it's something I borrowed from an earlier stage of my career. It is called Name the Animal. So quickly, if you're new to this, Zachary Kubish is going to play, or he might have the animal with him, and he will prompt the animal to make its noise. And based on that, Jay and I will name the animal. And we kind of were limiting ourselves to questions, but we kind of just fired away at Coob last week for hints as we needed them. We don't. It's not a formal contest. We just try to get it as quickly as we can.
And we should close our computers.
No cheating.
So
we're not going to cheat.
So nobody can.
Yeah, we're not looking at anything.
And there's no prizes here.
If you name it in the Nasty Chat or on the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, you don't win anything. You just feel good about yourself, and we feel good about knowing you.
You win a high five from Cooper the Court.
Coop will lick himself at the festival of your choice. All right.
Oh, that's good.
You hear.
I think I hear him coming now.
All right. Anyway.
Oh, full disclosure, Coop was going to be one of my animals, but he's having a rest right now, so I don't think I can bug him. But
we got to do this in about 2 or 3 minutes here because we got Chris coming up.
Do I play it or what are we doing?
Yeah, play it.
You're playing it.
Ow!
Give her. We need to hear it to name the animal. Well, it sounds like it's in a zoo, first of all, because aren't there people talking about? Is this an animal in captivity?
It can be, yes. Yes, it is, yes.
Man, it sounds cat-like to me. What do you think? He gave me a cheetah a couple weeks ago. What was last week? It was not a platypus,
Kookaburra.
a kookaburra, and something else from Australia.
Koala.
Koala. Oh, should we ask him if it's feline? Is it feline?
No.
It's not. But it's an animal in captivity.
Is it a... Do you want to ask if
Size?
it's a baby?
Okay,
version of the animal?
yeah.
Is this a baby version of this animal?
I would say not.
Okay.
Is it a land animal?
Yes, it lives on the land. It doesn't live in the ocean.
Right.
Oh. It's a bird.
Is it a type of bird?
Yes.
Okay.
He gave that away.
Okay, so is it something like a heron, maybe? I don't know.
Ooh.
Because that would go, they pick fish out of the water.
Would they have a heron in a zoo?
Maybe.
What
A
kind of
blue
birds
heron?
would they have in a zoo? Let's think about that.
Penguins.
Oh! Nobody said it doesn't live in the ocean.
Does it go in the water?
Yeah, it can. Yeah.
It can, and it's a bird. Is it?
It will go in the water.
Okay, have Jay and I seen one of these in person ever?
I'd say so. That's probably a safe bet.
Are they in the wild in Alberta?
I think there's a few around.
Okay, so is it a smaller bird?
I wouldn't say it's gigantic.
Is it bigger than Coop?
Ooh, just a little bit bigger than Coop. Like I would say it's.
Is it like a peacock or a partridge?
It is not a peacock. Or
Okay,
partridge.
what about
in a
those
pear tree.
wild turkeys or whatever? They're pretty big, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a bird that has some girth to it. Like it's not like a little sparrow or whatever.
No, it's not a very tiny bird. Yeah,
Does
it's
it have
quite large?
Are its legs longer than Coop's?
Oh, let me search this up. I should know. I would say they have stubby legs for their body. Like they
Could
do
be
have
a goose.
smaller.
We're talking about geese attacking people.
Oh,
is it a Canada goose or a goose?
It is not a goose.
But we've seen these in Edmonton.
In Edmonton.
Sounds like it's in pain.
Yeah, maybe they're killing it.
Yeah.
Do we eat these?
No, I would say you probably wouldn't want to eat them.
Probably wouldn't want to eat them, but they're in Edmonton. In the wild.
In Edmonton, you might have seen a couple rarely. But in Alberta, yes.
In Alberta, and it's not a wild turkey.
It's not a wild turkey, no.
Or some sort of wild fowl.
What about a vulture?
Yeah.
Is it a vulture?
It is not a vulture.
Oh, so it's a pretty. If it's around Coop size, that's big for a bird.
Like I think
we need some
bigger.
hints because we got a guest coming up in 2 minutes.
Give us a hint.
We need some big hints.
Well, obviously it's got feathers.
Mm-hmm.
It does lurk around the water.
It's not a goose. Is it a type of duck?
I wouldn't say it's a duck. No, it is not a duck.
What else is around the water? We should probably know more aquatic birds than we do. So it's not a goose. Is it a swan?
It's not a swan, no.
Is it swan-like?
It's not pretty.
It's not a pretty bird.
Pelican.
Yes!
It is a... Did we say pelican?
No.
Oh, I said heron. You said heron. Yeah. It's
when
a
you
pelican.
said it's not pretty, I thought...
Are there pelicans in Alberta?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I see them at Insured Park all
I
the
would
time.
have never have guessed that's how a pelican
Can we
would
hear
have
it
sounded.
again quick?
Yeah. I search up pelican. I don't know if it's an imitated sound, though. But, like, it did say pelican, yeah.
Wow.
Pelicans are massive.
Rip City Step got it several minutes ago in the Nasty Chat. Now that I'm looking. Pelican. People like this. There's so many people are guessing along. That's awesome. All right, we'll do another one later. So
Yeah, we got to do another one later.
I never would have thought a pelican would sound like it was that tortured. What is he writing, a poem about his life?
He's probably looking in the mirror and he's like, oh, I'm so ugly.
All right, Ref Week with Chris Crich when we get back.
The Lock Shop.
Huss, how we doing today? We ready for week 7 in the CFL?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm ready. I don't know how ready the Bombers are. Just checking out the roster for tomorrow's game. Dalton Schoen going on the 6th game, injured late in garbage time against Calgary, brutal injury. And then this is the one I really very interested to see how they do against a great Calgary defense.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
If you aren't wearing a Connect belt, what are you waiting for? A one-size-fits-all belt with a smooth, hole-free track system makes it adjustable for the perfect fit. With fully customizable options, you can choose your belt color, material, and buckle to suit your style. 100% Canadian-owned and operated, Connect belts are designed for work, everyday wear, and even a round of golf. Check out the large selection of men's and women's styles at www.knktbelts.com. Connect belts, the perfect fit every time.
River Creek Resort and Casino on K97 proudly present Steve Earle and Reckless Kelly. Featuring small band and acoustic performances, Steve Earle and Reckless Kelly in the venue July 25th. Tickets at rivercreekresort.com.
River Creek Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
The Canadian Brewhouse is turning up the flavor this summer with our new summer feature menu. Try our jerk chicken skewers, Cajun shrimp tostadas, and street corn salsa. Bold bites made for patio season. Get them while it's hot. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
In hockey news, Toronto has picked up Dakota Joshua from Vancouver for a 2028 4th-round pick. On the field, the Argos and Als go head-to-head to kick off Week 4 CFL action. Nick Arbuckle gets a call for Toronto. Davis Alexander suits back up for Montreal in his first game since Week 3 when he was injured, suffering a hamstring injury against the Elks. And down south, the Steelers and TJ Watt have agreed to a 3-year deal worth $123 million. With $108 million guaranteed, that makes him the highest paid defender in the league. In NBA action, there's 8 games on the slate, including the Raptors and Warriors tipping off right now. 2 games are live. Pistons up 102-80 over the Heat with about 3 minutes to go in the fourth and 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter as well. Pacers have a narrow lead, 79-77 over the Knicks. Elsewhere, Damian Lillard is reportedly finalizing a 3-year deal with the Trailblazers as per ESPN's Shams Charania, the deal worth a total of $42 million. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. The second hour of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
Mex Bezozu in the Nasty Chat says, I took a pelican to a restaurant once. The bill was huge. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right. Yeah, fun first hour, everybody. Thanks for checking out the show. Remember, if you're on YouTube, click that thumbs up button. Give us a like. We try to get over 100 thumbs up every show. We are on pace to do that, but you can't slow down. If you're on the audio stream, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, we thank you for that as well. Make sure you subscribe to the show, favorite it, whatever you need to do as we keep building our audience. It is time for our weekly connection presented by Connect Belts. More than a good-looking belt, Connect offers a high-quality, no-holes belt. Whether you're on the course, in the office, or anywhere life takes you, Connect is the perfect fit belt you need to feel good. Get a Connect belt and support a 100% Canadian-owned company owned and operated by U of A alumni. Now, a really cool thing we have, so if you're on YouTube, you can do this now. If you're not, go back and do it later. Right now, there's a QR code on the screen. You scan that, and you can get a special EST 20% discount. These are great belts. Jay and I wear them all the time. It's a great company. I mean, you know a lot of them.
Yeah.
They make a great product. They're great partners here at Edmonton Sports Talk, and they bring us the weekly connection. I remember, if you can't see the screen, it's KNKT, Connect Belts.
Knew nothing, kept trying.
Awesome stuff. Well, I can't resist the segue, because I'm sure our next guest has been accused by fans of knowing nothing at times in his career. It's Chris Crich as part of Ref Week. What was it, 17 years reffing in the Western Hockey League?
Yeah, worked 17 years for the league and been retired for 2 now.
Okay, well, thanks for doing this, first of all. You and I talked on my previous show over the phone.
Yep.
Because you won, what was it, Official of the Year a couple of times?
Yeah, that was a pretty special year for me. A couple of years ago, it was after the Memorial Cup in Kamloops. We connected. Fortunately, that was the last game I worked, was the Memorial Cup final in 2023 in Kamloops. And we chatted just after that. And I did win the award that season as well.
Okay. So, well, thanks for coming on. And it was cool. So we want you to tell your story about getting into reffing. That's usually where we start. But I'm not going to start there with you, because what happened during the playoffs was we had a lot of, let's face it, bitching from the audience, and to some extent from me, I think, about a call in the previous night's Oilers games, or maybe several calls. And you texted into Jay, and Jay read the text, and the name kind of was familiar to me. And then a couple other people wrote in and said, I wonder if that's the Crich that reffed in the dub. So I texted you, and you were like, yeah, it's me, man. So what prompted you?
It was.
Yeah.
I was just sitting here working from home that day, and had you guys on, and I don't know, something about it that honestly, I don't even recall
I'm trying to think what it was.
I can't remember.
Or the call, but you know what? It doesn't matter if it's this year, last year, next year. I guarantee the conversation is going to come up again, like it does every year, like it has. The officiating is so under the microscope, and the way it stands out to me is the situation was just like, it wasn't much in my eyes. And I just said, I don't think people quite grasp how difficult it is. And that's where I guess where I struggle is some of these keyboard fans that go off and say how simple they think it is and have no appreciation for the speed and the skill of the game. And I think I just said, like, I wish people understood how fast that game is, how much is on the line, how much pressure those guys are under at that time of year. And then that kind of opened up the can of worms conversation there.
Well, first of all, we appreciate you listening to the show. And I know you told me this morning you listened to Justin McInnes from the CFL yesterday, who said, like, he does nothing, like no message boards, no talk shows, which I get. So were you listening to us because you're post-career now, or were you comfortable tuning into something and hearing, I don't get the, like, what's your approach?
Yeah, I'm in a different spot now. Like, I'm still quite careful about voicing any opinions or pointing fingers at anyone. I still have hopes to stay involved in the game and in leagues. So I'm obviously very calculated. That was a very general comment, just that people don't understand, I don't think, what they're going through. But similar to what Justin said, like, when I was working, I didn't go looking for it. Of course, you stumble across your name once in a while, but it didn't bug me. I was fortunate in my career. I didn't have anything too crazy. I had a few, like, super fans try to add me on social media, and you just don't add them and don't engage. But I can say, like, I was pretty fortunate during the course of my career. Like,
yeah. Okay. So, well, anyway, but thanks for interacting with us, and thanks for agreeing to do this, because we found this week really, really valuable, and I think our listeners have liked it because, you know, refs do get dehumanized. Oh, they don't care. You heard Justin yesterday, like, he said if he has a bad game or thinks he makes a bad call, he takes it home with him, and then there's meetings the next day with the CFL staff. You know, I know also in your profession you got to move on from stuff, but tell us from a Western Hockey League perspective, how scrutinized are the officials? Like, how are you evaluate, and how hard were you on yourself?
He was bang on that. You don't need the general public to tell you when you screwed one up. Like, we all know that immediately. And that would mean, for me, that might mean a bad call in Brandon. And if I was going back to Saskatoon at the time, I had to order Regina. It's a 3-hour or it's a 6-hour drive where you can replay that call many a times in your head. And you don't need to be told what you did wrong. We're the first to know it. There's supervisors in the building some nights, a majority of the nights, probably more than half now, I would say. But there's also more video than there ever was. Like, from when I started, and you would get a DVD from the teams after the game for your own to look at, to where it graduated to how easy it was to get a webcast and look at this last season that the WHL went through when they added the free streaming for everybody. Like, it's instant. It's right there at your fingertips for everybody. So that's the progression I saw, even from, and before that they had VHS tapes that the teams would have to like record for the officials. They would have to mail them to whoever. So it's right there at your fingertips now to look at video. Those guys are still getting videos every week or every day as needed. There's supervision, there's clips replayed, all of the stuff Justin talked about. It was exactly the same in the WHL as well.
Right. And I mean, look, and it just shows you how serious leagues take and I always say that, and I know clearly you've listened to me because you mentioned following me over here. Yeah. So you know that I will, my policy is if I think a ref screwed up, I will say it. But I will also make sure that I know that he screwed up, because I'm always referencing the rule book. So, I don't have a problem do that. I'm comfortable talking to you because I do think that should be, and quite frankly, if you ever texted me off and said, like, Reid, you're wrong. Like, you got to back off of this one because here's what happened. Like, because I want to learn. I just don't want to slam the refs all the time. Jay might be in a different situation, but if Jay played Golden Bears football, you've probably heard that. So he got to know some football officials pretty well. All right. So you mentioned the speed of the game off the top.
Yep.
Has that now become the biggest challenge for refs? And let's throw the linesmen in there too, right? Because they got to do the offsides and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, I can only relate to the level I worked at, and I saw how much it changed throughout the course of my career. But you watch the NHL, and I think part of the reason more guys get hurt than I think they ever used to too is the speed of the game, how quick things happen. The ice hasn't gotten any bigger. The guys have gotten bigger. The game's gotten faster. So all of their officials are great athletes, but things happen at a high speed. For my own, even the time I worked in the league, how much it changed. Like, the players are just in such good shape. They're such good athletes. The speed has, it's made the game harder to do. You got to think quicker, react quicker. And then you couple that with all the speed, the game's gotten faster. And then there's more video on the back end of it. The two go, and it's even the same for me right now. I find as I'm supervising games and someone told me, is like, don't go back, like, trust your gut. When we start slowing things down is when we kind of get into trouble, like doing some second guessing and that. And it's a good tool for teaching now. But when you see the game, you see it live once, like, you got an instinct, you got an instant to make that call. And like Justin said, you make the call the best you see it. And there's going to be times where you have to say to the coach, like, look, this is how I saw it. This was my call. And that's the call. And mistakes are going to happen. Keep going back to his video, because there's so many similarities there. Like, everyone's doing the best job they can, but no one's going to be perfect out there.
Chris Crich joining us. Spent 17 years as a ref in the WHL. We really appreciate your time, Chris. And you were the genesis of Ref Week, to be honest. So kudos to you as well for that. But every referee has said that there's a certain quality that they feel helped them get to the level that they got to in reffing, umping, what so have you. But what was a quality that you can attribute your success mostly to in the rise that you came up to finally getting to the WHL?
I think as my career progressed, especially let's call it the last half of it, where I really developed and found a strength in my game was communicating with the teams. A lot of mutual respect between me to them, but I feel like I really gained it coming out of the back half of my career from the teams. Could be trusted out there, consistent, but could talk to them when, like, I think I had one, maybe two coaches thrown out over 800 games. So like, it felt like when the things got hot, I could navigate through that talking to them. And it's not something you just teach to a young official and that you don't have in your first game. It takes a lot of time because, like I said, a lot of that communication comes from the respect you earn from the benches over your time. And for me, I found that really started to turn once I worked my first final, got back the second year into the second final. And then teams start to see you there over and over. And there's a recognition there like, hey, this guy's made it a couple. He's one of our top guys. And I feel that was a really big turning point for me.
It's interesting because, across all different walks, it's been communication and confidence that have been, have led to success for officials. Okay. I know you had nothing to do with this, Chris. Okay. This is nothing to do with you. You're an excellent man. You're a great referee. But how frustrating was it? And maybe shed some light or at least walk us through the puck dropping in the playoffs in particular, where, they'd throw people, it was mind boggling how it seemed predetermined that they were going to kick Leon Draisaitl out of every faceoff. But can you shed some light onto maybe the linesmen were doing that, or the NHL decided to, draw a hard line, especially during the playoffs, on dropping the puck?
In regards to Leon in particular, though, I don't think it's just a playoff thing. Like, Reid, you probably see some sort of statistics on how many face-offs you see every game. How many face-offs does he get thrown out of all year? And like, I think centers they're trying to cheat, with all due respect. Like, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. And that's why in games you have a lot of, he gets thrown out and then Connor goes in and takes it. So like, but there's a specific standard to the face-off. And when guys are cheating, that's when you get ejections. And the other thing too, and I don't know too much about this specifically, is I don't know how gambling plays into it too. Like, I think there's an expectation that the draws are done really well, because guys, you can bet on it now. So I would have to think, without no exact knowledge of it, I would expect you need to have fair draws. Puck possession is the biggest point, or the starting point. That's where everything starts. You got to have the puck to have possession. So faceoffs are so crucial. That's why there's such an emphasis put on them. And yeah, I know it seemed like one set of linesmen maybe I found that in the first two games, that one set was dumping guys a little more frequently. And those guys everyone's trying to be as consistent as possible. There was a lot of ejections, but I think there's a standard that they're expected to have, and the team's got to conform to that.
Game management in terms of being a referee, a head ref, it's a thing. And I just want to know, were there certain matchups where heading into it, you and the crew would talk about it and say, okay, we got to set the tone early in this game? Otherwise it can get out of control, as opposed to other matchups where it's like, okay, not so worrisome in that respect. Did you have to have those conversations prior to games?
Yeah, 100%. You're talking before every game. Like, for me, I think of, say you're going into Portland late in the season, Portland, Seattle play 12 times a year. So you got to do your homework and know what's gone on in the last couple. Did they play last night? Is it a home and home? When did they play last? What happened? So that stuff happens all year. Maybe it might be something that went back to last year. Maybe it's a playoff matchup. But you have to do your homework and discuss all of those types of scenarios before the game. I think of when a Western Conference team plays an Eastern Conference team, they play once a year. You would expect nothing to happen, but sometimes those are the games that do get elevated and stuff happens, and you have to talk about those scenarios, be prepared before the game. And sometimes you have to adjust in the game, like nothing's happening, everything's going smooth, and then it only takes one hit or one situation in front of a bench, and things can start going sideways, and then you have to adjust on the fly right there and know that you kind of got to grab it and squeeze it right there, because you don't want things going real sideways.
You know, it's great having you on, Chris. Chris Crich, longtime WHL ref, joining us, because I can ask you the things that you hear announcers say and get your reaction to them. You know a couple of them. Well, that wouldn't be a penalty if it was close. Well, Edmonton's taken the last 3 minors, so you know Calgary's getting the next one. Like, do you cringe when you hear stuff like that if you're watching a game?
Yes. I love when the 17,000 fans called it, but the referee didn't. Like, just deep breath some nights. And honestly, do you know what drives me the most is like, oh, we're going to have a challenge on that play. Like, what coming from the broadcast teams, and that's a bit of a pet peeve I have, is that when misinformation is given to the fans, we're going to have a challenge on that play. It's like, well, it's not a challengeable play. It might be a video review, but it's not a challenge. So when the fans sometimes get misinformation, that's why the fans don't know any better, is because that's what they're hearing on TV. So that is one probably real pet peeve of mine when I'm watching a broadcast.
Well, that's a pet peeve of mine too. And the specific thing I'm thinking about is a coach can't challenge in the last minute of a game.
They come automatic from.
They come automatic, right? So it's like, oh, is he going to challenge it or not? If it's the final minute, I'm like, no, he's not, because he can't. Yeah,
a shot on net where it's knocked down by high stick, like that's not a challengeable play. It's a video review,
right?
But yeah, when you hear, oh, coaches are looking down, are they going to challenge the play? It's like little things like that where I still watch the game and have my helmet on sometimes in the house. Like, it's hard to remove yourself, and I've stayed referee for sure. I haven't gone full fan.
Well, this is awesome to hear, though, because this is the type of information that we want. So you talked a little bit about being able to communicate and when things escalate. But as we've been talking with our previous officials, there's certainly some acceptance that there will be anger. I'll tell you, and maybe you heard Brownie tell this story when I used to be on with Rob Brown after games, that you could say whatever you wanted to Carey Fraser. As long as you kind of stood beside him and acted like you were just fixing your stick, you could call him any name in the book, and he would come back at you, but they'd fake like that they were smiling and have a casual conversation. What was the line for you for a player or coach? Like, would you accept a certain amount of, Chris, you're this, this, and this, before you said, okay, I hear you? That, like, what was the line for you?
For sure. There's obviously certain things that, can't be said, and that's what led to the one coach ejection I did have. And it was in COVID, so no one in the building to see it, but which was probably best. It was probably best for the coach anyways. But of course, there's certain lines that can't be crossed. You can question my judgment, but don't question my integrity. I can live with judgment questions all day long. And again, Justin said it a lot. Like, these guys at our level, I'm okay with it at my level. At kids, minor sports, I'm not okay with it. But to go back, guys are trying to win games. You have to understand that going in, that there's jobs on the line. Like he said, in football, if it's a 3-15 season, well, maybe it's in hockey and a team's lost 10 in a row, and you know what, they might be playing a hell of a game, and your one soft call might lead to a power play goal. They lose 11, and maybe that's the last one. So they're under a ton of pressure, same as we are. But that's where I could work with them a little bit. You know what? Don't show me up in front of the crowd. You can, especially if I was in front of the bench, I'll listen. I had no problem with that. Don't cross the lines. But if you just want to tell me about a call to vent and get it out, then it's like, okay, I've heard you. We're done now.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this when you kind of given me the topics a little bit, and I thought of I was listening to Justin, and I think of working a game in Calgary. Lethbridge had made a coaching change. Drake Barahowski was out, I believe, and I think Peter had come on the bench, and like they were struggling. And we had this one. This one stands out because the WHL had me mic'd up, and it was a video for a teaching tool. But like, they're in a tough time, and I'm in front of the bench, and I kind of let Peter like give it to me for a while. Like, I just knew it was nothing personal. Whatever had happened in that game, he didn't like it. A lot of times I think the guys would go back to the video probably once they cooled off and realize that maybe they were wrong, we were right. But guys just need to, sometimes some of those guys are wound so tight. It's blowing off some steam. There's a way it can be done, and without it being a whole scene and crossing any lines. And I was okay with that. That's part of understanding the game, part of understanding the business of it at a higher level. Like I said, there's jobs on the line. Wins and losses to these teams mean so much. And I had to, once I really understood that, I would say that when I worked my first Game 7 and the pressure I felt in that, a Game 7 to a major junior team is automatically 2 more home games.
Right.
And that's big money to them, right? And I just remember how exhausted I was mentally after the first Game 7 I worked. And there's so much pressure in that game. And so there was probably some teams on us. But there's a lot on the line for these guys. And I just always tried to understand and appreciate that part of it.
Chris, couple more for you. Thanks for being so generous with your time. I know we've already kept you a little longer, but I want to talk to a couple of the ideas that I gave you. So usually where we start, your start, when did you know or recognize, holy moly, like I can actually do this. This isn't, $5 for a slushie, as Corey Davis, the umpire, told us on Monday. Yeah. Where did it escalate to a career for you?
I grew up in a small town in Macklin, Saskatchewan. So my last year, which would have been about U18, now it wasn't called U18 back then. We didn't have a team, so I got more serious about it then. Started going through Sask First programs, and that's when officials start to get scouted, same as the players. You work up through that. When I got my first opportunity at midget U18, again, luckily I came through at a time when it was still one referee. So you just started getting watched, scouted, same as the players, getting some opportunities, going to some WHL summer camps. And then it took me, I think, 2 years to make the league. I had some tryouts, made the league as a linesman for 1 year. And then after that, got an opportunity to be a referee.
Okay. And so then here's where we're going to close it off. That next generation of officials, like I always sort of lead into this question this way, can be a thankless job. There can be abuse. Maybe an 11 or 12-year-old boy or girl thinks, I'd love to ref, ump, be a line judge in football, whatever. And then it's like, man, all I did was get screamed at for the last 3 weekends. I don't know if I want to do it. How do you entice the next generation of officials? How do you keep them involved and want them to grow?
Yeah, I mean, again, one more time, back to Justin's. There's good money in that. So that's a starting point. My 13-year-old started last year, loved the money. Fortunately, he had a good year his first year, like no negative situations, no bad coach interactions. And I'm watching. That's one thing now when I'm watching it as a parent or just in the rink, like my ears are up now watching for this because I have short patience for guys getting on these kids. Like there's no room for it. That's the top reason kids leave. We can teach kids where to stand, what the rules are, what the signals are, but it's hard to teach a kid to have courage to go out there and do it, to try it, to put their arm up and call a penalty or call a penalty shot. Courage is something you kind of learn and inherently you have or you haven't. And it's hard to teach that. So when a coach thinks that just because his team, because there was a bad penalty call, he thinks he has the right to get all over this 11 or 12-year-old, that just crushes that kid. And that might be the one time he put his arm up and he had the courage to call it. And that's what the experience he has. He's just going to pack up and go find another job. So I really can't stand for that. If we can keep the kids for a year or two, you have a good chance to retain them. But that's the biggest problem for me is the abuse. And it takes a lot for these kids. And I would, even when I was helping coach or watching now, like I would way rather have a kid go out and get a penalty wrong, but call a wrong tripping or wrong hook. But he had the courage, he or she had the courage to put their arm up. We can use that situation to say, hey, maybe next time, maybe that wasn't a trip or maybe just hold on to your pants half second longer. Maybe it wasn't a penalty, but you can't, it's hard to teach them to get their arm up or make that call or discipline a coach. So it's an interesting thing now to try and develop kids and get them moving along and hopefully have the same success that I was able to have.
Chris, this was incredible. Thanks for being willing to do this.
Yeah, I loved it. Thanks, guys.
One of my things too is I wish refs would do post game under certain situation because I think we'd see this honesty and this passion for sure. But thanks for doing this. Let's keep in touch. I may bug you during the season if I don't understand a call, and I can say I got a source.
If I'm listening, I may bug you.
That's fine. That's fine. We love that. We love that. Thank you so much, Chris. We'll talk to you down the road.
Take care.
Ref Week, Chris Crich, longtime WHL ref. He was official of the year in the double a couple of times. Worked the Memorial Cup like he was telling you. He was awesome. I mean, this has been incredible segments all week long.
Have you ever had this much insight into umpire, basketball ref, CFL ref?
Not day after day. Like I'm glad we've made a series out of it.
I think it's better day after day.
Yeah,
because you can kind of compare and contrast from sport to sport. But it is interesting, you know, is having that confidence and having the conviction to be able to, hey, I'm going to call this penalty,
right?
Even from a young age, is usually the telltale sign throughout all of these different officials.
Well, and the one thing I've found is, I've to be fair, I've said it. Chris probably knows this. I've said it about NHL refs that there maybe is some arrogance there, but as we've also seen, you have to be confident in your call. And as we've also seen, they do not think they're perfect. They don't leave the rink thinking, oh my God, I have perfected reffing. Watch me in St. Louis a couple nights, I'll do it again.
Yeah.
But as Karen told us, our basketball ref from a couple of gigs, she goes, you have to project confidence. When you make a call, you can't be traveling.
Right.
Like you got to be, that's 14, that's a travel. Ball's going the other way.
Yep.
But by the same token, they may recognize or watch tape after the game and be like, okay, that wasn't a travel or a hook in hockey. I'll learn from that. And I know fans want it perfect all the time. It's not going to be, you got to remember the view from the ice is different than, but Chris was saying, and they've all said this, if they're talking to a ref, they're saying, this is what I saw, and that's why I called it.
Yep.
I respect maybe you don't like it. I respect maybe your view from the bench was different than mine from the goal line, but I'm telling you what I saw and why I enforced the rule that way. And that's what I appreciate is hearing stuff like that. We'll break down a couple other things from that interview when we get back. It's 4:30. Here's the Coop.
The Leafs have made a trade acquiring Dakota Joshua from the Canucks for a 4th-round pick in 2028. Meanwhile, TJ Watt has agreed to a 3-year extension worth $123 million with the Steelers, making him the highest-paid defender in the NFL. From Montreal, the Argos and Alouettes go toe-to-toe. Davis Alexander making his return from a hamstring injury for the Alouettes to play his first game since week 3. Kickoff is at 5:30. And on the court, ESPN's Shams Charania is reporting that Portland has reached a 3-year, $42 million deal with Damian Lillard. And for the Raps, they play the Warriors entering the game 3-0 against Golden State in Summer League action, 2-1. The Warriors stand, and 2 games are wrapped up. 1 game live right now. The Grizzlies up 12-10 early with about 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Out east, it's the Stingers hitting the court against the Blackjacks. Listen to the game on EST's audio streams. Coverage starts at 6 o'clock. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Proudly serving Edmonton and area for over 30 years. Their West End showroom is open 7 days a week. You can also shop online at ParamountFlooring.ca. The boys break down the conversation with Chris Crich on the other side of the break for buying or selling. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
The commissioner of the Canadian Football League, Stuart Johnson.
One of the surprises, or one of the a newness for me, tailgating varied from market to market, but certainly was a focus of each market. When I walked around in Edmonton and got a taste of, by taste I mean the literal taste of that. I don't know if I've eaten that much meat that quickly in my life.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric, presented by Southport Chevrolet. Weekday mornings 6 to 9, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Got some gently used furniture or home goods that need a new home? Find Edmonton is here to help. Every month we furnish over 100 homes to those transitioning out of homelessness, and we need your gently used furniture and home goods. Drop off at 5120 122nd Street or call for free local pickup. Just visit findedmonton.com to learn how your donations can help create a home for someone in need. Plus, shop our thrift store, in-store or online, with proceeds benefit those moving out of homelessness through housing supports. Visit us at findedmonton.com. Find Edmonton, supporting our community one home at a time.
River Creek Resort and Casino on K97 proudly present Steve Earle and Reckless Kelly. Featuring small band and acoustic performances, Steve Earle and Reckless Kelly in the venue July 25th. Tickets at rivercreekresort.com.
River Creek Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Kayaks, bikes, camping gear? Make space for summer fun with Sentinel Storage. Spend more time on adventures with your outdoor gear and less time looking for them. Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
Must you click? Your thumb. Must you click?
Oh yes, it's the Thumb Click remix. It's put together by Zachary Kubish. Give us a thumbs up if you're taking us in on YouTube. If you're on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, we thank you. If you're on a podcast in the future, we thank you as well. We just thank you for everything. Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Play Alberta, your home for online gaming excitement, featuring casino games, live dealer action, lottery, instance, and sports betting. Now with the new Play Alberta app, you can take the fun with you anywhere. Download the app or sign up today at playalberta.ca. So, Chris Crich was on the show, longtime Western Hockey League official, been out of the game for a couple of years, but still very interested in officiating and very passionate about it. And maybe sometimes a little frustrated with what fans have to say about it, which we're glad to get. We're glad to get that perspective as we go into buying or selling for Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 17 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, Instagram handle, Damon Bunting Real Estate. So I'll start. One thing I noticed with Chris, and from all the people we talked to this week, from Corey, from Karen, from Justin, is that they are actually fine with players or coaches being mad at them. Yep. Like, speaking generally.
Yep.
They understand it. I mean, both Justin and Chris especially said, you know, in their leagues, the difference between a win or a loss could be tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars with a couple more home games. A coach, maybe the end of the line, you know, or not coaching for a while. So they understand that. Like they're not sitting there, oh, I should never be questioned, I should never be yelled at. Clearly a line. But I mean, basically the line, like he said, you can question my call, don't question my integrity.
That's it.
That's a crappy call is different than you're a corrupt, incompetent official or something like that. So yeah, nobody has come on and said nobody should ever talk back to the official. None of them came on and said nobody should ever yell at me. And like you hear the mics in the NHL. Like sometimes there's a call, you hear the player go, blank you. Yes. And you're like, what? Wow. But then if he skates to the penalty box and just goes, sits in the box, the ref's like, okay, he got it off his chest. I'm not going to. But it was interesting hearing that from all of them, how they stress communication, and they will also really, they'll take abuse. And Chris said, like, don't show me up. If I'm in front of the bench and the coach wants to have some words while I'm watching the play and I'm in front of the bench, okay, that's going to happen. But like, don't show me up. So like, I appreciated that information.
It's interesting though, but like as you said, that's across the board. And it's not even, it's not even debatable that it's part of the game. But yet at the same time, it's part of the game at their level, right? Not necessarily a part of the game at your U12 hockey game where there's a younger official who maybe can't deal with that as well as they can and obviously don't have the experience that they have. So that was also a similar theme is the younger referees and younger officials. They're going to make mistakes. That's part of growing. That's part of learning how to become a better official. So ease up.
The other thing that Chris said, and he said he kind of gets frustrated about that if he's watching a game on a TV, if there's an announcer, a broadcaster that isn't sure what's happening or says, oh, here's what's happening, and that's not what is happening. You know me, I'm not perfect with that, but I always try to understand the rule before I talk about it.
Yes.
It was a little more immediate for me when I was doing the games on Ched because I might be on an intermission or after the game, shortly after a call was made. So if it was something unusual, I would try to look it up or at least say, okay, this is what I've figured out right now. We'll try to clarify it.
Goalie interference.
But that leads us into the guest we're going to have on tomorrow, who is Dave Jackson, who's a former NHL ref, who's now a rules analyst on ESPN. I think one of the greatest additions to broadcasting, to sports broadcasting, that we've seen, probably about over a decade, the NFL started it, as they often do, is having a former ref as a rules analyst.
Yes.
Now all leagues do it. The NHL is starting to do it. And that's the great thing, because now Cuthbert and Simpson don't have to speculate about an unusual rule or have an intern flipping through the rule book and trying to explain to them. They can go, hey, Dave or whoever, we've never seen this before. What are they looking at? Or I can't remember ever seeing this in a game before. Why would they make that call? And then the ref can come on and say, okay, guys, I know everybody thinks that they're looking at the puck hitting the outside of the net, but they're actually looking at, did it hit did it hit the skate before that?
Right.
So that's why it's going to be cool to have Dave on tomorrow, because we'll get that perspective of being a rules analyst, of trying to instruct people, of being able to communicate, which is a big thing for these officials, as we've learned. And then I think also for Dave is, and people in that role, you might be criticizing former colleagues. I mean, we know, who's it, Sterator that does the NFL games?
Yeah.
And he does NCAA as well. He did both. He's had to say about guys he used to work with, or maybe were on his crew or fellow refs, that are not enforcing that correctly. They miss that. And to me, that can't be easy to do. Maybe it isn't. I don't know.
I think it is, because as we're learning, Reid, they know they're not perfect. They know they're not going through a game and making every call. So for him to say, hey, yeah, they missed that one, they're going to overturn this, it wasn't a catch. That's okay in that instance, because he has been there.
Mm-hmm.
He's done that. He knows, hey, it's part of the game is missing calls. So, but it'll be interesting to find out tomorrow how the fraternity feels about that.
Yes.
Right?
Oh yeah, or if he's ever had an old buddy say, come on, man, what I'm dealing with there. But
leave it alone.
But you want that honesty though from the official. But Chris was great. You know what? I should have asked him about what his travel was like in the dub. He must have had some drives or trips.
6-8 hour car drives, and he's thinking about a call he missed.
I liked what he said too about knowing the history between the two teams.
Yes.
Or what happened. Okay. Are they divisional opponents? Was there a line brawl last time they played? How recent is it? Is that going to cool off? Are the same players involved in the game? Officials have to do, that's their game prep. I mean, it's coaches and players are doing game prep. Okay, what's their forecheck? What's their goaltender like? But officials got to know, how soon could this boil over? And you see that's, and this is the thing, we criticize, and I say we because I would include ourselves, we criticize officials. What's one of the biggest things? They're not consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's a scrum in front of the net 5 minutes into the game. Okay, guys, cool down. Okay, everybody get out. Next game, you're watching another game, there's a scrum in front of the net. Okay, you guys are going to the box. So why would a ref do that? Well, maybe he's not thinking, oh, last game I refed, I didn't give twos or misconducts. Maybe he's thinking, if I don't cool these guys down right now, the next scrum's going to be even worse.
Right.
Or one of them's going to hit the other one from behind.
Oilers Canucks is a lot different than Oilers Wild.
Right.
It's just a different feel, a different tempo to the game. You got to control it early.
Right.
I appreciated that he said that, because some people you might say, oh, well, they're manipulating the game. No. They're setting the tone for the game. And in instances where they don't, that game unravels and gets out of hand quite rapidly.
Right. And then so that's the thing. So,
and then it's like, well, where's the referee?
Well, where's the ref? And I mean, that happened a couple of times in Oilers games this year. You think, well, why did they let it get to that? So, and look, Chris is probably still listening. We know sometimes we know it's a thankless job. Sometimes they can't win, as we're saying. Well, why'd he call that? Why'd he call that? Half the game later. Why wasn't he calling stuff earlier in the game? Yeah. So it doesn't get to this point. But that's what they have to know. They got to know the subtleties. They got to know they got to know the personalities, probably, of at least the coaches and the captains.
Sure.
Because that's who they're going to talk. How can I talk to this guy?
Yep.
What's the best way to communicate with him? What's he going to say to me when he's upset? Is he going to come ask a question? Is he going to come in all guns a-blazing? And I got to tell him or get him to take a deep breath. All that kind of stuff behind the scenes. I think we've shown some of that, at least this week. Like, hopefully we've given a little bit of that. What's it like on the ice, on the field, on the diamond, on the court? Hopefully.
This came in on the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. Parkside says, great listening to Crich. Old workmate at Olympian Sports. Funny dude. Olympian Sports, I believe that's in Saskatoon.
Yeah, we didn't even ask Chris where he is now. Mo Macklin. I would have asked him, too, if he played Bunnock. That's really have the Bunnock.
Right, Bunnock. I've never played
He could ref Bunnock.
Why not? You're done with hockey. Go ref Bunnock.
If he's listening, he's probably rolling his eyes and laughing right now. But these have been great segments, and we've tried to. Well, we've covered, I guess, the big four sports. If we do this again or continue it, we'll try to go to other places as well, because we kind of threw around some ideas about what would be interesting, but we kind of kept with the sports people know the best, I think. And then tomorrow, like I said, a former NHL ref, now a rules official, Dave Jackson, is going to join us at 4:00, which will be pretty cool. Jay just read a text that came in to 780-218-9999. That's the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of the kitchen restaurant. All you can eat surf and turf for just $59.99 every Friday. That is from 4 to 10 p.m. Keep clicking away at the thumbs up. If you're on YouTube, give us a like if you haven't already. The Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week is next.
Dakota Joshua is now a member of the Leafs, being swapped from Vancouver to Toronto for a 2028 fourth-round pick. In the CFL, the Alouettes host the Argos in Week 7 action. Montreal welcomes back Davis Alexander, while Nick Arbuckle slings the ball for Toronto. Kickoff goes at 5:30. And from Pittsburgh, TJ Watt has agreed to a 3-year extension worth $123 million, with the Steelers making him the highest-paid defender in the league. In the NBA, it's ESPN's Shams Charania reporting that Portland has reached a 3-year, $42 million contract with Damian Lillard. And the Raptors battle the Warriors at 8 o'clock. Toronto 3-0 in the Summer League with one game live right now. The Hawks up 30-27 on the Grizzlies with about 9 minutes left in the second quarter. And the Stingers also play tipping off with the Blackjacks out east. Tune into the game on EST's audio streams. Coverage starts at 6 o'clock. This sports update is brought to you by Advantage Sports Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you're stuck with a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at advantagesportmed.ca to book an appointment today. The Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week leads us back into the show. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The EST Hangout.
Baseball is so impressive. That's
95 miles per hour.
That is a crazy sport.
You got this little old bat.
People think it's, I've spoken to some people, they think it's boring, but I'm like, it is unique.
Yeah.
You have to hit a ball that's coming at you sometimes 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, and you got to read those laces, right?
Yeah, that is a crazy sport.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Summer in Edmonton means three things: warm weather, long nights, and plenty of sports. From the lake to the links, you can boost your summer fun with hundreds of casino games, live betting on your favorite sports teams, and access to popular lotteries. All in one app, anywhere in the province. Download the Play Alberta app today and deposit $20 or more with promo code YAG50 to claim a $50 free bet. That's promo code YAG50 for a $50 free bet on us. Redeemable once per Play Alberta account. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
Salute to Service is back. Your Edmonton Elks battle the Hamilton Tiger Cats Saturday, August 2nd, 1300 hours. We're incredibly grateful for all those who serve our community, so we're dedicating this game to them with a celebration for all service workers, featuring a pre-game flyover by the Royal Canadian Air Force, and see who wins our inaugural Salute to Service Cup flag football tournament. EE Salute to Service, presented by James H. Brown and Associates, Alberta Injury Lawyers. Tickets start at just $20. Score yours now at goelks.com.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Kayaks, bikes, camping gear? Make space for summer fun with Sentinel Storage. Spend more time on adventures with your outdoor gear and less time looking for them. Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
Thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. Ref Week, we had our fourth installment of that. Chris Crich, former WHL ref, joined us. Excellent conversation with him. Great insight, as we expected. Our Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week is going to hop on here in a minute or two, along with Jason Milne. I'm Reid Wilkins. Coop the Corgi is here. Jay's dog, one of Jay's dogs. We're in the banquet studio. Spin to win Fridays at the banquet. That's tomorrow. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel for a chance to win big. I'm starting that one over. My goodness. That's horrible. I should be booed.
Do you need music?
I should be booed off the ice. Spin to win Fridays at the banquet. Spin the wheel for a chance to win big and save on your bill. Details at thebanquetbar.com. I think I'm distracted by Coop's animal magnetism. Whistle Dog says, Jay didn't react to that. Whistle Dog says, Ref Week is good. This is in the Nasty Chat on YouTube. Wish you guys would have asked every ref your question regarding speaking after games. Great show, as always. Yeah, I guess I could have asked that today. I think we're going to have to remember to ask Dave that tomorrow. I think Whistle Dog, I mean, the more attention a league gets, the more likely... I mean, probably in this market, NHL and then CFL and NFL is when you'd most want to hear from refs after games. I don't even know if people leave an Oil Kings game, even if they're mad about a call, thinking, oh, I wish I would have heard from... I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But I think for the larger media presentation sports or leagues, it might be a little more relevant. But fair, we got to remember to ask Dave that tomorrow. Okay. Especially now that he's gone into
he's on the other
broadcasting after his refereeing career. All right. It is time to dive into our Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week. Pasta Pantry for over 30 years in Sherwood Park. Pasta Pantry with hot, delicious comfort food made right in their kitchen. They do it fast so you can slow down. They're a family. When you come to Pasta Pantry, you're one of us. Go check out Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park, your home of the pregame meal. Quick note before I throw it over to you, Jay. Or grab some Pasta Pantry, a taste of Edmonton. I think I'm going to get some tonight when I go.
Pasticcio.
Yeah, they're there.
It's the best.
So that's awesome.
Well, I wonder if our athlete of the week has been to Pasta Pantry. I would imagine, because this young lady goes to Ardrossan Junior Senior High School. This is so you're heading into grade 12. I'm going to just say all the sports here, and then I'll introduce you properly, because you want to talk about a multisport athlete. This is it. So volleyball, basketball, softball, and slow pitch. These are all the sports that Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week, Abby Mihal, plays. Abby, how you doing?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
Oh, we're doing great. We're doing really good. Tell us. Okay, so you were silver at nationals on your club volleyball team. The Ardrossan Senior Women's Basketball team were Div 3 champions. And then in slow pitch, you were the champions of your div as well with Ardrossan, and you were named a Metro All-Star for that team as well. So, Abby, how long have you been playing all these sports?
For my school, I've been playing since grade 8, so like all my school sports. I couldn't play in grade 7 because of COVID, but I've been playing softball since I was around 8. And that was outside of school. So I've been playing for quite a long time for my softball. And then just like my club volleyball, I've been playing, this will be my 3rd year now. So not too long for club volleyball, but I wish I started sooner. But
Okay, so you have an Uncle Trevor, is that correct?
I do. Yeah,
okay,
shout out to my uncle.
Yeah, Uncle Trevor, who's a listener, reached out, nominated you. So that's who nominated you. And he had this to say about you, which I thought was very well written. So I'm just going to read it here. Feel free to cry, break into tears, whatever you like. Okay, Abby? He says, she's a great kid. I think the coolest thing about sports is the values that can help establish in your life. Teamwork, discipline, resilience, perseverance, respect. Her parents have always been big sports people and played a ton of volleyball. Her mom and dad played at Nate. You see that in her. She is great with my 5-year-old and 1-year-old, teaching them some good values whenever she sees them. She's a tall kid. Her parents are tall. And he says you're pretty much 6 feet tall. And then you're looking to maybe go into college. But we'll get into that. What do you have to say about your Uncle Trevor nominating you for Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week?
Well, he told me it was supposed to be a surprise. And then he was like, oh, big surprise. You actually got nominated. And I was like, oh. He was like, I hope you're not busy on Thursday. I was like, well, lucky for you, I'm not.
No, he nominated you, and we're happy to have you here. But so both your parents played at Nate. I mean, that's a high level of athletics. How did their experiences help shape your journey throughout sports, Abby?
It definitely helps that they've played the sports that I play. Like my mom also played softball, and my dad, he played baseball and all that. So they just have a lot of knowledge. For all their sports, especially volleyball, just because they did college and stuff. But yeah, just their knowledge and their wisdom with the sport and how much they can help me improve. It does really help me just that one step better every time.
Right on. And of all the sports that you play, is there one that you say maybe would be maybe not your favorite, but one that you excel at? And do you have plans? Because as I mentioned, you're going into grade 12, but do you have plans in any of these sports to try and take it to the post-secondary level?
I'd say definitely either volleyball or softball. I want to stay in Edmonton for the most part for my volleyball, but if I go outside of Alberta, I'll probably play softball.
Okay.
So that's kind of my plan. I'm planning to just see you around, what's there and stuff, but definitely helps that all my coaches have helped me get some connections and really helped me with post-secondary and stuff like that. So yeah, I've reached out to a few coaches, and yeah, this year's definitely going to be the big push on my post-secondary sports life, but it really helps that I do know what I'm going to be. So I know what universities that I could go to for my
what do you want to be when you grow up?
A chiropractor.
Oh, do you? And where did the desire to become a chiropractor or chiropractist? Chiropractor.
Yeah, chiropractor. Yeah.
Where did that come from?
I'm not too sure. I just one day I was like, I really want to it does help a lot of people, and I've always wanted to help people, and that's one of the big things that I want to do. So I don't know, chiropractic just kind of called my name one day, and it just stick ever since.
Okay, I just have one more, and then I know my co-partner here, Reid, has some questions for you as well. But number 13, you wear that in all your sports. You know, most athletes have a number that they that's their number. So why number 13? And you know, is there a story behind that?
When I was really, really little, I played Timbit soccer. And I was so excited to grow up. I was so excited to be a big kid. I was like 13. I'm going to be 13. And it's just going to be like a new start. I'm going to be going it's just 13 was always my big thing. I'm going to be a teenager. I'm going to be growing up. And it's just giving me so many new, just life, you know what I'm saying? It's a new output in life. I'm going to be a teenager. I'm not going to be a kid anymore. I'm going to have kids look up to me instead of me looking up to these other kids. So it's 13. I want to be that role model for other kids, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a great answer. Abby, I just have one for you. Who are some of your role models? Like a coach, a parent, somebody famous, a famous athlete or performer or whatever? Who do you look up to and who's been important to your journey?
My parents are my biggest ones for sure. I look up to my parents a lot. They've taught me so much, more than anyone else, honestly. And my coaches are also a really, really big part. And my teammates have also influenced a lot too. Everyone's just helped me grow as just a person. And they just definitely my parents. I'd like to say definitely my parents because, there's so much knowledge and so much just everything that they do is just to help me and for the better for me. Yeah. So that's really good.
Awesome.
Well, Abby, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you to your Uncle Trevor for nominating you. Yeah. So I'll send you guys both a note, whether he picks up your gift certificate or you do, but you've now got Pisticcio on us. Okay. So you got a $25 GC from the Pasta Pantry. You got a custom Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week hat. So Abby Mihal, thank you so much for coming on the Reid Wilkins Show. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Congratulations, Abby. So Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week. Jay mentioned what they get. And while we were doing that interview, I got a DM on Twitter from someone saying, Reid, how do we nominate somebody? Jay@EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Better to send us your email than mine.
Yeah, sure.
You'll keep it more organized than I will.
I've got a folder.
Jay@EdmontonSportsTalk.com, or go on the website, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, and send in a submission through the submission form there. But email Jay directly. Well, my email is reid@EdmontonSportsTalk.com, but Jay, you're kind of curating these and booking them.
Well,
thus making my job even easier.
Yeah, there you go. Mex Bezozu in the chat says, from all the sports to being a chiropractor, that's going to be an adjustment.
Oh, my goodness, Mex.
Dun, da, da, da.
Mex should be is there a job just for a clever person? He could be, instead of the village idiot, he could be the town cleverer,
the town
wit, the village wit,
Yes. So we have the village idiot here, and then we have the village wit.
Which would you like to be?
Yeah,
that was awesome. Abby's great. I think we've done 5 now. Past the Pantry Athletes of the Week. We love doing those segments, introducing you to people in your community. A lot of them have been younger people, but they usually these turn out to be. But there's no age range. We'll just most of the people nominated have been younger, but we'll talk to anybody in any sport because we've done football.
Well, we crossed off a lot of that.
Football. She does a lot because sort of pitching and volleyball are her main ones,
and basketball.
Okay, so that was a lot. We had a couple of football early. I had the young man in the brick, so that was hockey, and I'm missing the one.
BMX.
Oh, BMX. Yeah. So we'll cover it.
We're checking the boxes.
We'll cover it.
And very well spoken young lady. That was awesome. Send them in because here's the honest truth. A lot of people that know me know I'm passionate about Ardrossan as well because that's where I live. Right. So this can't turn into just the Ardrossan show. There's got to be people from around Edmonton and area.
Well, they haven't all been Ardrossan.
No.
Is that two that have been?
Well, there's been Assured Parking in Ardrossan. So there you go.
Well, okay.
That's okay.
But we had a St. Albert.
That's true. Where was the hockey player from?
Oh, he was out of town. Do you remember, Coop? I should remember, but I don't remember a lot of stuff.
I want to say Millet, but
send it in, baby.
Send it in,
Send
baby.
them all in. Jay@EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Okay, 5 o'clock break. We still have the Oil Understood coming up. We have words of the day.
We still have
hopefully
a sound.
we still have to do a name the animal.
Yeah.
So hopefully many things to make you smile before 6 o'clock.
2 guys and a goalie.
I think for McDavid, I have to go with Quicksilver.
Quicksilver. Wow. Okay.
Marvel character, runs extremely fast, can knock you out, can hit you when you least expect it or hurt you when you least expect it because you don't know he's coming, even though I guess teams know. But yeah, I had to do something speed related. Okay. So I'm going to do Quicksilver.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Win a trip to Osheaga with the Banquet in Aperol. We're sending one lucky guest to Montreal with flights, hotel, and 2 tickets to one of Canada's hottest music festivals. Enter by July 26. Details in store or on the Banquet app. Get real. Play hard.
You know Dawn. Everyone knows Dawn. Dawn from
Frontier Cartage. That's right, it's me, Dawn from Frontier Cartage, where we're setting the standard for cartage service in Edmonton and beyond, offering city cartage, Alberta highway, short haul deck, and more. My team and I are bringing our years of industry experience and expertise to every mile.
Join Dawn and her boys in a new chapter in transportation excellence, dedicated to exceptional service. Call Dawn at Frontier Cartage, 587-222-5826.
At Mind 360, we invite you to embark on your mental health journey in a safe and comfortable space. Conveniently located in St. Albert, Mind 360 has a diverse team of experienced clinicians that offer a broad range of tailored services for children, adults, and families. Furthermore, we are very proud to serve our military, veterans, and first responders. If you're looking for counseling, treatment, or assessment, understand that you are not alone. Contact Mind 360 at mind360.ca to book an appointment today.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
In the NHL, Toronto has picked up Dakota Joshua from Vancouver for a 2028 fourth-round pick. On the field, it's the Argos Owls going at it. For Week 7 CFL action, Nick Arbuckle gets a call for Toronto. Davis Alexander suits up for Montreal in his first game since Week 3 before he suffered an injury against the Elks, hamstring injury. And down south, the Steelers and TJ Watt have agreed to a 3-year, $123 million contract, $108 million guaranteed. He becomes the highest paid defender in the league. And on the court, Sam Sharania from ESPN has reported that Damian Lillard is returning to Portland on a 3-year, $42 million deal. There's 2 games live right now. The Hawks up 48-46 over the Grizzlies at halftime, while the Spurs are just getting underway against the Hornets. It's 7-6 for Charlotte early with 7 minutes to go in the first. And Toronto then faces Golden State. And the Stingers tip off against the Blackjacks out east. We've got you covered on our audio streams as we air the game starting at 6 o'clock. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. The third and final hour of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
Oh my goodness, hope you're having a great afternoon. Along with Jason Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins, Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports, presented by Play Alberta. Gaming made easy anytime, anywhere. With Play Alberta, you've got a full casino experience right at your fingertips. Play from your phone, tablet, or computer, whatever works for you. Download the Play Alberta app today. Get started with a $50 casino bonus. Just deposit $20 with the promo code EST Casino. Play smart, play local, and remember to use your game sense. Oh, CFL, where am I here? That's not done yet. CFL, what are we? When's the game, Coop? Like in half an hour? The one Dusty's calling?
I think it's 5:30.
Tor at Muddle. I would say the game. I'm looking forward to BC Saskatchewan most this week, I think. I guess Calgary Winnipeg, that's a rematch from a couple of weeks ago. By the way, have you seen the Blue Bombers schedule?
No.
Okay.
No, I haven't studied it.
I did. Because when I was watching them play Calgary a couple of weeks ago, the announcers said, and they play again soon. This is Winnipeg's schedule. Bye week. Week 1. BC, Edmonton, Calgary. Bye week. Calgary, Toronto, Calgary.
What? Well,
Ottawa, Montreal, Saskatchewan, Hamilton, Ottawa, Hamilton, Edmonton, Saskatchewan, Montreal. So they have all these home and homes or twice in 3 or 4 games. So their season series against BC was done after week 3. And then they're playing Calgary week 5, week 7, and week 10. They have a home and home with they're in a 5-game stretch where they play Calgary 3 times and Toronto twice. Then they go
easier to prep for.
Now the Saskatchewan home and home is the Labor Day one, right? So maybe that's a little different, but just kind of, and they've already had their 2 bye, and BC has not had a bye week yet, right?
No.
The Elks are on their 2nd bye because they had week 2 and this is week 7 they have off. Yeah, the Lions they don't have a bye week till week 9, then they have it in week 13 and then in week 19. So theirs are coming up later. They have a home and home against so BC plays Saskatchewan, Hamilton, bye week, Hamilton coming up for them. They have a home and home with Ottawa a little bit later on. Anyway, fun with the CFL schedule. You think it'd be easier to make with fewer teams? We got some limericks coming in.
Do we?
VR Montenegro. On the show today, we were bestowed with great luck to interview an official so wise in puck. He has changed my mind. To the stripes I'll be kind. Who am I fooling? I still tell them that they suck. And Bronco Nick writing in as well. Bronco Nick was surprised with a treat. Daughter dropped off donuts. How neat. Ate one early, another later surely, then listened to the guys and put up my feet.
Who's Shirley?
Don't call me Shirley.
Don't call me Shirley.
That's from Airplane. That's a funny movie.
That's a great movie.
All right. Coop the Corgi go.
He's right here.
He's been lying around all over the place.
Man,
great to have a dog in studio.
Dog's sleeping.
Is he going to come to the new studio?
Oh, I'll have to check it out. See the new
got to look at it.
We should have a dedicated dog room.
Well, it's large enough. We could have a dog room.
Sure, Wannick
you could share Coop. You could have a Coop and Coob room.
Call it the Coop. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little. Yeah. I'd like that. Yeah. Have like a little silent room. You know what I mean? Like
you guys look similar, but your legs are long.
Any room you're in is not going to be the silent room, Coop. I think we could cross that off as a possibility.
I'll be listening to records.
Cross that off the old. Yeah, we were talking about. Oh, you know, we've been doing so much stuff. We forgot about the off-topic topic. The off-topic topic, your top 3 Edmonton and area festivals.
Yeah, so gold medal Mark. He was the guy that went on that cruise for 70,000 tons of metal. He says Loud as Hell in Drumheller, August long weekend. It's 13 years in. Or North Country Fair, June, for the last 44 years. I think North Country Fair, if I'm remembering right, he said that was up by Slave Lake.
Is that the one? Is there one up there that's like electronic music or something like that?
Maybe.
I don't know if that's the right one.
Shotsky Jerry says U-Fest What do you think UFest stands for?
University.
No.
You, the person.
No.
United.
No.
Unified.
No.
Puke.
No.
I don't know.
Ukrainian Festival.
Oh, of course. I should have known that.
At the Vegreville Heritage Festival. Stove says Pinoka Stampede, Big Valley Jamboree, Heritage Festival. That's his top 3.
Well, yes, Big Valley would be a big one, yeah.
Nate the Builder. He was here today.
He was here.
He was right here. Dropped off some donuts.
Yeah, he did. We got donuts too, not just Bronco Nick.
Rugby Fest, Darwell Barn Burner Music Fest.
Oh, wow.
And the Rainmaker Rodeo.
Yeah, it's the Rainmaker Rodeo.
Yeah. Gold medal Mark also added, nobody has a cool story about a download. Most everyone has a cool story about finding a gold piece of vinyl.
Yeah, I agree with that. Having said that, things change. And I don't know if I said this on air. I was watching a video snippet of Joe Elliott from Def Leppard doing an interview about a month ago, probably. And he told the story of buying his first album when he was, I don't know, probably 11 or something like that. And going on the bus and having his own money. I don't know if he had a summer job or something, and buying an album and getting it in the brown paper bag and then taking it out on the bus and looking at it and wanting everybody to know I just bought an album. I get that. And I'm glad Coop said that. There is something to physical things. I don't have that when it comes to music. I want my music convenient, ready to go, and that's why I'm fine streaming stuff.
What would have been the first? Would it have been a tape you would have bought first? Or
yeah, it was a Duran Duran tape. I don't remember which one. Yeah, and I've talked about this too. The first tape I can remember anticipating, I knew when it was coming out and I knew when to go get it, was Reckless by Bryan Adams. Because Run to You had come out as a single. The video was played all the time on Video Hits and Good Rockin' Tonight. And, the album was coming out on whatever day. And I remember going to get it on the day it came out.
Do you want to guess my first CD I ever bought?
So you were born in 81. The first CD you ever bought?
Well, it was 2 at the same time.
So it would have been late 80s or early 90s, most likely. What could it possibly be? I'm trying to think about the music you like, but that doesn't mean you liked it when you were a kid. Was it a U2?
No, good guess.
CD. Okay.
Both these albums came out in 1994.
1994, because I was going to say Nirvana, Nevermind, but that was earlier, right?
Yeah.
So they both came out in 1994. So who was big? Was it a Stone Temple Pilots?
No.
Was it a Weezer?
No. One was a punk rock band. One's more of a...
Was it Ixnay on the Hombre by The Offspring?
No.
That is an album, though. What year was that? Or was it Smash by The Offspring?
No.
Okay.
Dookie.
Oh, by Green Day. I should have got that. I should have got
the other
that.
one, Monster.
By REM.
REM.
What's the frequency, Kenneth? What's the frequency, Kenneth? Nobody knows. The Offspring. What years? Offspring, they had Self-Titled 89, Ignition 92, Smash was 1994. Ixnay on the Hombre was 1997, but Smash had, what's it called? Self-Esteem, which that would be one of my top 10 favorite songs of all time.
Really?
Self-Esteem's brilliant.
That's a great
song.
And
the video was a blast as well. That got played a lot on MTV. Or Much Music was the Canadian one. You don't think Self-Esteem's a great song? I think it's awesome. That'd be one of my top 10 favorite songs.
We used to do a cover of The Kids Aren't All Right off of Americana.
Which is right. That's a pretty good one as well.
Yeah.
Is that the one with the video where the camera's rotating around the living room of that house?
Yeah.
That's a really good video.
Yeah.
Now they don't make videos anymore. Just Taylor Swift. No, they make videos. There's what is on Much Music now? Or is it just called Much?
Is it a channel? Is it a thing?
I thought it was still a channel.
It's probably teeny bopper
They probably show reality shows. And
I guarantee you what's on there is trying to have kids my daughter's age watch it, which is far too inappropriate for them to actually be watching. That's just my guess.
Oh, really?
Corey Hart was my first record. That's from Sheldon S. Send in your first records. Why not? Hey, Reid?
Yeah, why not? I can't remember which Duran Duran album mine would have been. Let me do Duran Duran discography.
VR Montenegro says the first album was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie soundtrack on a Michelangelo orange cassette.
I think mine was Seven and the Ragged Tiger. Which had, I think that had New Moon on Monday and Union of the Snake. Let me see here. Oh, and the Reflex. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na, yeah, the Reflex, New Moon on Monday, Union of the Snake were all on Seven and the Ragged Tiger. Well, you know what I noticed the other day? I saw some magazine cover, and there was a model who looked like she was in her 20s, and her last name was LeBon. And I thought to myself, I wonder if that's the daughter of Simon LeBon, the lead singer of Duran Duran. I'm on his webpage now. Maybe not, but I thought that'd be something. And then I didn't think about it anymore until just now.
Dookie, Smash, and Salt and Peppa dominated one of my Pee Wee hockey team dressing rooms. That's from Rip City Step.
Well, he does have daughters. I don't know if any of them. Amber LeBon is an English fashion model. I wonder if that was her who I saw. In July 2009, she was voted the world's hottest celebrity daughter. That's incredible. All right, 780-218-9999 is how you text us. It's the afternoon inbox presented by River Creek Resort and Casino, home of the kitchen restaurant, all-you-can-eat prime rib buffet for just $49.99 every Sunday. That is from 4 to 10 p.m. Okay, you got anything else?
Bronco Nick, Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion.
1 or 2?
Didn't specify, brah.
Yeah. Tango says, is Mini Pop still a thing? Wow, that is a random question.
What's Mini Pops? Oh, like
the kids
adult
singing
songs
hits of the day. Yeah, I had a Mini Pops tape when I was a kid.
Where's Cooper
Coop's
going?
on the prowl. He hears something.
Yeah, he's hearing
They make kids bop.
You know what Coop's thinking right now?
I think I hear him coming now.
We got the Oil Understood coming up.
The Leafs have made a trade acquiring Dakota Joshua from the Canucks for a 4th-round pick in 2028. Meanwhile, TJ Watt has agreed to a 3-year extension worth $123 million with the Steelers, making him the highest-paid defender in the NFL. From Montreal, the Argos and Alouettes go toe-to-toe. Davis Alexander making his return from a hamstring injury for the Alouettes to play in his first game since Week 3. Kickoff is at 5:30 on the court. ESPN's Shams Charania is reporting that Portland has reached a 3-year, $42 million deal with Damian Lillard. And for the Raps, they play the Warriors entering the game 3-0 with Golden State 2-1 in the Summer League so far. There's 2 games live right now, including the Hawks up 58-51 over the Grizzlies with about 6.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Out east, it's the Stingers hitting the court against the Blackjacks. Listen to the game on EST's audio streams. Coverage starts at 6 o'clock. This sports update is brought to you by Find Edmonton. Find takes your unused furniture and home goods, sell those moving out of homelessness. Get donations picked up or drop them off free of charge. Visit findedmonton.com or call them at 780-988-1717. The show continues on the other side of the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Oil Stream.
Big Uke with a good point here. Says no road games versus Eastern Conference after December 18th.
That's a good catch. I had not noticed that.
Yeah.
So they don't play in the Eastern time zone?
At all.
They have Central.
They have Central.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Pacific. Yeah, it's that's interesting. Very good catch, Big Uke.
The Oil Stream presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Summer in Edmonton means 3 things: warm weather, long nights, and plenty of sports. From the lake to the links, you can boost your summer fun with hundreds of casino games, live betting on your favorite sports teams, and access to popular lotteries. All in one app, anywhere in the province. Download the Play Alberta app today and deposit $20 or more with promo code YAG50 to claim a $50 free bet. That's promo code YAG50 for a $50 free bet on us. Redeemable once per Play Alberta account. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
Avocado and feta dip, passion fruit cheesecake, and cocktails that taste like summer in a glass. Try the new feature menu at The Banquet. Refreshing, craveable, and made for sunny days. The Banquet. Get real. Play hard.
Hey Edmonton, ready to take advantage of lower rates and better pricing? South Fort Chevrolet in Fort Saskatchewan has you covered. From rugged trucks to sleek SUVs. And with over 40 years in business, you can trust that you're getting the best deal on your new ride. As the proud title sponsor of the Nielsen Show, EST listeners can drive a little to save a lot with South Fort Chevrolet's transparent pricing and down-to-earth sales team. Visit us today in Fort Saskatchewan or online at southfortchev.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino on K97 proudly present Steve Earle and Reckless Kelly. Featuring small band and acoustic performances, Steve Earle and Reckless Kelly in the venue July 25th. Tickets at rivercreekresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it. Kayaks, bikes, camping gear? Make space for summer fun with Sentinel Storage. Spend more time on adventures with your outdoor gear and less time looking for them. Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
All right, keep clicking the thumbs up on YouTube. Give us a like if you haven't.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
All right, appreciate you tuning in this afternoon. We're having a great show. We love bringing you the show. We've had some great guests throughout the course of the week. Bit of a different week. A lot of the Oilers news has died down. The Elks are on a bye, though we did talk a lot about them a couple days after that disappointing loss to BC. But our work never stops. We don't come and be like, I'm going to slack off, bro. Matt McDavid didn't play. Who cares? No. We want to bring you great segments. We want to bring you great guests. We want to bring you great conversation. That's why we're doing Ref Week. That's why we're having fun with some things and trying to make you smile and talking music and vinyl and albums. Or maybe that irritates you, as long as you listen. If I irritate you and you still listen, mission accomplished. I'd prefer to make you happy, but you're never going to please everybody all the time. Unless you're like, I don't know, has anybody ever pleased everybody all the time? I don't think so. Oob, maybe.
I'm a pleasing guy. It's my middle name. Zachary Pleasing Kubish.
That would be an awkward middle name.
It would be.
Well, I think there are people named Pleasant, aren't there? Isn't the... My mom will know if she's listening. She might have tuned it out. We're not hating on Patrick Reed enough. That book, The Number One Ladies Detective Agency?
Nope.
Isn't the main character named Pleasant? You have not heard of The Number One Ladies Detective Agency?
What is that?
It's a book series that has like 27 books.
Why are you surprised? I haven't heard of it.
Because it's everywhere.
Clearly
everywhere.
It's not.
It's everywhere.
Clearly it's not.
Well, yeah.
I've
never heard of it either
You've
until
never
this moment.
heard of The Number One Ladies Detective Agency novel series?
Well, it's not the number one book. So
oh my God, I am very surprised.
Are you?
Go buy the first one for Pearl. Get her into it.
Pearl? What? What's it called?
The Number One Ladies Detective Agency.
Is the second book called The Number Two?
No.
Oh, okay.
You're pulling.
No, I'm not. Number One Ladies Detective Agency, but it's NO.1. Alexander McCall Smith is the author. There are Precious is the first name of the character. Precious, not Pleasant. There are 25 books in the series. The most recent one being called The Great Hippopotamus Hotel. My mom loves these books. She's read all of them. She has all of them. I just buy her the new one for Christmas every year.
Do you? What a good son.
Yes. The number one. I'm honestly surprised you haven't at least heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Well, now we've all learned something today. I've learned Coop does his own hygiene in public. you've learned about this series. Well, and you and Coob both learned about this book series. And I also learned that Coob listens to vinyl and doesn't know what a CD is.
Well, yeah. CD, complicated device.
What?
Compact disc.
Yeah.
It's not what it stands for. No, compact disc. Yes.
I thought we were going to have a talk.
No, yeah. It's off air.
Tango says, I feel like I've worked 8 days this week and I still have 2 more to go. Well, Tango, we're helping you. We're going to help you get through it. We like making people smile. #1 ladies detective agency.
Sorry, brah.
Now you can get into it.
You think I'd like it?
I don't know. I've never read one myself. I'd like to, though. They're supposedly very good. And there was a TV show, I think, that lasted a season or 2. Time for the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts, proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years, now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel! Understood. All right. I want to talk about the other team with Oil. The Oil Kings still don't have a coach, eh?
Yeah.
I double-checked today. I texted someone with the organization. I was like, you guys don't have a coach, right? You haven't missed anything? No coach. I mean, they got games in just over 2 months.
That's odd.
Yeah. Well, maybe they were seeing how some other things had to shake down.
I guess.
Yeah. Coaching. Okay, so let me ask you this. So the Oilers changed some coaches, including the goalie coach, which is one a lot of people are talking about. They'll have a new guy in charge of the power play. Earlier this week, when we were dissecting Elk stuff, coaches being questioned there. Killam, Maximic, the OC, Sherritt, the defensive coordinator, their level of experience. Are they making the right decisions? All that kind of stuff. Let me ask you this. In what sport do you think coaching can have the biggest impact?
In what sport does coaching have the biggest impact? This is going to sound completely biased, but off the top of my head, football. Because you actually have coaches calling plays, each play. Hockey, there's systems, but they're out there playing within that system and kind of freewheeling. Baseball, I mean, it's such a reactionary sport. Basketball, not today's day and age. Bruh.
Maybe not in the NBA.
Are we talking professional levels?
No, I think you can say anything. I think we can clarify whether it's pro or amateur.
I still even think... I just, like football, you have an offense coordinator that's calling the play to the quarterback. They have to execute it. But the coach sees things and is looking from a higher perspective or has the game plan.
Right.
Most times.
Knows what the score is.
I think football. What do you think?
Okay. I guess the way I look at this, of course, I'm not going to give a direct answer. I'm going to meander a little bit. When I think about what kind of an impact does coaching have, can coaching make the team better than it should be? And I'm going to reference Rob Dahm, used to coach the U of A Golden Bears. He was doing an interview once, and he said a coach really can't affect a team more than one level. He goes, a team may be poor, fair, good, or great. A coach can't move you more than one. Like a coach maybe could make a fair team good. They can't make a fair team great based on the talent. So you are limited by your talent. I also think the younger the age group, or the less experienced the player, the greater impact coaching can have.
Absolutely.
So if you have a team of okay, let's use flag football for an example. And there's just going to be a team of, well, what was your age group?
10 and 11-year-olds. 10
and 11. So how many players were on the team?
10.
Okay, so let's say there's 20 11-year-olds who are all, relatively athletic and understand the nuts and bolts of football.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, 10 of you are on Reid, coached by Reid. 10 of you are coached by Jay. And then you're going to play a best of 7 series.
Literally, you're coaching?
Yes. Me,
Okay.
Reid Wilkins is
Well,
coaching.
you know
Your
enough
team
about
would
football.
destroy my
We
team.
beat you pretty handily.
Because, let's say in the athletic ability on the teams is fairly equal.
Okay.
Like I might recognize, okay, this kid's fast, but you would just, even at that level, like clearly you weren't drawing up a U of A or CFL playbook for your kids. You weren't teaching them every possible concept and probably saying where exactly how their shoulders got to be positioned or whatever.
Yep.
But you knew some simple plays that help players get open, or simple handoffs, even in flag football. That's not 12 on 12.
100%. And simplifying meant the most.
Right.
Get the basics down. We focused a lot on flagging, which I know a lot of teams don't.
Right. So
you just think you got to move the ball down the field.
I would not know that.
Right.
There might be some things I would figure out there, but I don't know some of the basic fundamentals of football. I mean, I understand generally where the positions are. I know what pass patterns are, but I might say, okay, on this play, Timmy, you're running an out. Jablonski, you're running an 8-yard in, and then who the hell knows where Jablonski's going to wind up? But and you're right. But you might understand that this pattern in combination with this pattern in combination with this pattern leads to somebody getting open. At the level you were coaching, you might not explain that to the kids, right? Because they don't need to necessarily understand that. You would just say, run your pattern. But maybe you tell the quarterback what's going to happen.
You know what?
But your team would destroy mine.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Here's an interesting point, Reid. I came out with a little bit of a baby them mentality. And it was actually my wife, April, who's like, no, tell them, like, teach them a route tree. Teach them what a 3 pattern is. Teach them what a 7 is. They'll get it. You have to challenge them to get it, though. So I drew up route trees and I sent them all home with it. And that's what we would do.
See, I don't even know. The 9's the go.
We'd call a 7.
What the
7-1-2.
So the odd numbers are away from the odd numbers are towards the quarterback.
That's right.
Towards the middle of the field.
That's right.
The even numbers
are out.
Are away, and then a 9 is just a go.
A 9's just
run as fast
route.
as you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they got it. They're capable of doing it. But you have to challenge them. But at a younger age, a coach can easily not do that.
True.
Right? You can say, okay, I'll just draw this play and you guys can look at it and memorize it visually.
Yeah.
But you're not teaching them a route tree, which down the road, if they want to continue in football, they're going to need to know.
Right. So your team would destroy mine. I mean, I might come up.
You guys would have a lot of effort.
I might come up with some stuff. Yeah, I'd be all effort.
You'd have trick plays with Cooper.
The old Coop's on my team. I get the dogs.
I'd bring you Cooper.
Spency 5 says any team with Jablonski on it is getting destroyed no matter what. So and then even I still think even in university, a coach can make a big difference.
Sure.
Okay, so when you get to pro, yes, coaching helps. Is Belichick the greatest football mind of all time? Or did he have the right players at the right time?
That's a tricky one, right?
Right.
I mean, is Paul Maurice God's gift to NHL hockey coaches?
And handshake lines.
Who knows, Reid? But it certainly doesn't hurt. And I've said this to you in the bullpen. I've said, what role does an NHL or a baseball manager? Like, what is his role really? Like,
that's an interesting one.
Is he trying to take Aaron Judge and make him better? Right?
I think.
Is he trying to take Connor McDavid and make him better?
Maybe someday we'll have to get somebody with more of a baseball background on.
He was at the golf tournament. Crushell.
Oh yeah, we should have him on soon. He's good. I think to me a lot of the baseball managing is managing pitching. And
sure.
I think a lot of baseball managing is similar to other sports. Maybe it's even more so in baseball is giving a guy a defined role. Like, how closers, maybe it's changing now, but a lot of closers, no, I don't pitch the 7th inning. Yeah, but we're up a run and the bases are loaded. Yeah, but I don't pitch the 7th inning.
Right.
Maybe that's changing now, but I get the sense of give a guy a role and give him the chance to execute that role. Okay, I'm a pinch hitter. Okay, you pinch hit against righties who throw sidearm. Put them in the... So, I don't go in against the overhand lefty. Coach, what are you doing? Unless you're running out of players. And I think baseball is like keeping the spirits up in the room and that sort of thing. I'm not saying there aren't tactics in other sports. Football and basketball are different to me because the offense can really control the alignment and where the ball goes. Yep. The only time in hockey you can do a lot of that is on the power play.
That's a fair point. That's a great point.
So now, even at the highest level, though, if Belichick could call plays that made his team 3% better, that might win you 6 Super Bowls or whatever he did.
Yeah.
And get him a 24-year-old girlfriend.
Boy, that's a tough question. It's a big question.
And then there are tons of other sports, soccer, and then now there's like analytics and all this type of stuff. I think when, what was that unexpected team that won the premiership, Leicester City? I think they or somebody in soccer a few years ago, used some different formation that surprised people because they looked at things analytically and said, oh, the ball actually winds up in that part of the field a lot more than we thought. We'll have somebody stand there. I'm oversimplifying it, of course. So I don't know. My gut says football, but then I feel like at the collegiate level, there's a lot around great basketball coaches. But again, how much of that is motivation and recruiting too?
Yes. Motivation, recruiting, getting the best athletes and getting the best out of them. Doesn't necessarily have to do with X's and O's. But then again, what defines a coach?
And here's the thing, to get back to the local angle with the Elks and with the Oilers as well, since we're doing the well understood for GCL Diesel, is JC Sherritt a struggling defensive coordinator, or is he trying to call something that his perhaps inferior players at certain positions can succeed with? I mean, if you're an inferior defensive back, you are going to get burned. Yes, your coach can say, okay, you got to play this way, or I'm going to put you in this position, but eventually you will get burned if you're that inferior of a player.
And I really don't think that the talent for this Elks team is not there. And I think that JC Sherritt's probably feeling it out right now, Reid. As a first-time defensive coordinator in the CFL, maybe the things that you used in college aren't working here.
Right.
Right? So you got to feel that out. You got to evolve as a coach. Because I really do think there is talent on the defensive side.
Maybe we'll talk more about this tomorrow. And I mean, then from an Oilers perspective, okay, we'll see what. Again, I don't think Paul McFarland should overhaul the power play, but he might have a wrinkle or two.
Yep.
From a goaltending perspective, okay, you've changed. You didn't change the goalies. Skinner didn't have a great year, so you changed the goalie coach. Okay, well, if it turns out Stu isn't going to be as good as we thought we were, how much better can the coach make him at some point?
Yep.
I still think it's did you ever feel at any level? I mean, you played a pretty high level of football, so most of the coaches would have been competent. Did you ever feel like, oh, we're out coaching this team? Or we're being out coached?
We're being out coached, yeah.
You did as a player?
Yeah.
How so?
Because they would run 3 plays. And we couldn't stop it. But they'd stick with those plays. And they wouldn't be flashy about it. They'd say, no, we're going to run these 3 plays. We're going to run a draw. We're going to run a over-under over the middle. And we're going to run a off tackle.
And you feel your coach never did anything to counteract those specifically?
Yeah, you just keep trying
to
throw
them beat us in another way.
Exactly. Let's focus on shutting that down.
Right.
Then they have to change their playbook a bit. But yeah, and offensively too, where you'd be like, hey, we have the best running back in Canada in Jared Winkle. That guy should be touching the ball 30 times a game.
Right.
Don't overthink
did
things.
He?
No.
Why not?
He's still a Heck Creighton nominee, though. Lost to Jesse Lumsden.
Briefly.
What do you mean?
Briefly played for the EEs.
Yes, he did.
Didn't he get hurt the second time he touched the ball?
Yeah,
unfortunately, he got hurt in a few different places.
Yeah, he's a tall man.
Was he McMaster?
Yeah. Kyle Koch came out of there.
Oh, yeah, he was good too.
Yeah. Good buddy of mine, Kyle Koch. We could get him on the show.
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
We are in the banquet studio, craving a late night snack. Oh, no, I got to do the other one. The banquet studio. Avocado and feta dip.
Yeah.
Passion fruit cheesecake. Cocktails that taste like summer in a glass. Try the new feature menu at the banquet. Refreshing, craveable, made for sunny days. The banquet. Get real.
Play hard.
We'll finish up Name the Animal and do words of the day.
Yes.
Dakota Joshua is now a member of the Leafs, being swapped from Vancouver to Toronto for a 2028 fourth-round pick. In the CFL, it's the Alouettes and Argos underway for Week 7 CFL action. Montreal welcoming back Davis Alexander, while Nick Arbuckle slings a ball for Toronto. And in the game right now, it's tied at 0 aside. Montreal 1st and 10, completing a 15-yard pass just moments ago. From Pittsburgh, it's being reported that TJ Watt has agreed to a 3-year extension worth $123 million with the Steelers, which makes him the highest paid defender in the NFL. And the Raptors battle the Warriors at 8 o'clock right now. 2 games are underway. Hawks up 80-73 over the Grizzlies. 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, while 4 minutes left in the first half. San Antonio's down by 7 points, 39-32 to Charlotte. And the Stingers also play. They tip off out east against the Blackjacks. Tune into the game on any of EST's audio streams. Coverage starts at 6 o'clock. The final segment of the Reid Wilkins Show, Name the Animal and Words of the Day, brings us back on the other side of the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
EST Afternoons.
Reid and I did something special on Two Guys Today with comparing NHL players to superheroes.
Who was Connor McDavid?
Reid had him as Quicksilver. I had Connor McDavid as Spider-Man. What would you say?
Superman moves as fast as a speeding bullet. I mean, I think it kind of has to be.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Okay, you can always reach us by texting 780-218-9999. The afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort Casino, featuring Italia Restaurant, home of the $6.99 brunch special from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Sundays. Coop the Corgi would love the brunch special. If you have us on the YouTube stream, Coop is on camera. The Milne family dog. Well, one of them. Oh, my God. He's right on the table. He is right. I don't want him to fall. He's got such little legs.
What will Maddie have to say about that, huh?
Oh, how could Maddie be mad at such a cute little dog?
Well, Maddie can be mad at anything.
Look at his legs.
He has tiny legs, man. Like, where are his knees? Do they have knees? Do corgis have knees?
No knees.
He's a no-knee dog. He's a great dog. I met Coop, well, when I went to your place. Was that still in August before we started the show?
Yeah.
Did I pick you up for the golf, Damon Bunting golf tournament? That's when I met Coop. And I immediately bonded with Coop.
Yeah. You saw it in his eyes. Uncle Reid.
Saw the way he looked at me.
We got to name an animal here, right?
Oh yeah, let's do it. We'll have to get a theme song for Name the Animal. So
yeah,
give Coob time to get ready.
Name that animal.
Let's go, baby.
Are you sure this is an animal?
Are you sure this isn't a crime being committed?
I am positive.
What's that animal that laughs? A hyena?
Mm.
I don't know. I'm just thinking of something like that. Should I just take a stab at hyena?
Go for it.
Hyena.
No, but good guess. I like the guess.
Is it a jackal?
No.
Okay. Sorry, I threw two out there. I had to.
Is it found in a zoo?
Yes.
Okay. In Edmonton? Is it in the Edmonton Zoo?
I don't know.
You don't know? Is it a mammal?
Yes.
Okay. Is it larger than Coop?
Coop would be its lunch.
Coop would be its lunch.
I'm sorry, but yes, it is bigger. Yes.
Oh wow.
And does it eat other animals? Would it eat a dog?
Yeah. Without hesitation.
Is it some sort of a
wow
tiger or something?
Would you guys like to hear it again?
Yes.
Sure.
Could be a big monkey. Is it a primate?
No.
Is it larger than a gorilla?
No.
Okay. All right. So it's a mammal. So it has fur and has babies, not through eggs.
Good.
The other way.
Should we ask if it's four-legged?
Yeah, do it.
Four-legged?
It has 4 legs.
Okay.
Not a coyote.
Is it a wolf?
No.
Does it live in the woods in Alberta?
Yes.
Okay, so there's what? Bobcats?
Lynx?
Is it a feline? Did we ask that already?
It is a cat.
Okay, so yeah.
Lynx?
Yes.
It's a lynx.
It's a lynx.
Wow, they sound annoying.
That I want to.
Like, shut up already,
No
Lynxy.
wonder they shoot lynx.
Like, shut up.
Yeah.
So today on Name the Animal, we used 2 very prominent mascots. I did Smash the pelican and
Coop.
Hunter the lynx.
He's having themes. Wow.
Good for you, Coop.
Good for you, Coop.
I
actually didn't think about that until
and
right
so
now.
forth. You did pretty good on that one, though.
You did really good.
The word of the day with Reid and Jay.
Hyenas are,
Oh, I'm sorry.
is
Did
it
I break your
hyenas that laugh or
concentration?
jackals
gotta
that sound like?
say?
I think it's hyenas that sound like
Hyenas
they're laughing.
laugh. They did it in the Lion King.
But I thought that could have been.
Yeah. Could have been a jackal or
Because
something.
it sounded like a noise you would want to go away.
Yeah.
So that's what a lynx sounds like.
They're
not
yelling
that
at each
big,
other.
They're not that big, though, are they?
They're pretty big. They're small. Well, same size as a
You would
cougar.
take that thing. You would take
Smaller
Cooper
than a
down.
tiger.
Yes, okay.
Cooper couldn't outrun that.
Not with those legs.
Not with those legs.
He has no knees.
First word of the day, sybarite.
Say again?
Sybarite.
Sybarite?
Sybarite.
Oh, I do not know this word. This is the hardest one this week. Sybarite. I will say Cibarite. No, okay.
Sybarite.
Oh, I should have got that. I should have figured that out. I panicked because I thought a lynx was chasing me. I will. Okay, what would this? I'll need it in a sentence.
The prince was remembered as a self-indulgent sybarite, not as a statesman or warrior.
Someone who is more concerned about himself than the needs of the people who follow him.
I'm going to give it to you.
Oh, wow.
Just give it to me tonight.
It's a sensualist. Voluptuary.
A what?
It's described as a sensualist.
A sensualist? Well, where is this show going? Well, you got Coop licking himself again.
Oh, boy. Second word of the day.
That's the whole thing? We're done? Wait a minute. Now I'm all concerned about what a sybarite is. A person who is self-indulgent in their fondness for sensuous luxury.
Yeah.
Okay.
Confabulate.
Confabulate?
Mm-hmm.
Confabulate. I think it's...
Confabulate. Confabulate.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Say it again?
Confabulate.
Oh. CONFABLUATE. Oh, what did I miss?
You have confabulate.
Well, that's what you said.
It's confabulate. Confabulate. Confabulate.
DBULATE.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did screw it up. Confabulate. I've heard this word before, but I don't know what it means. Con can mean to contrast or do the opposite of, but I don't know if that fits in this situation. I'm going to have to go for a sentence again and try to scrounge out a half point.
He confabulated a version in which the president praised him for the good work he was doing.
It's like coming up with a story that is a lie to make yourself look good.
To invent experiences or events that did not really happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 1 out of 4, I got both definitions more or less after the sentences.
Not bad, bruh.
Well, not good. I'm always disappointed when I don't succeed.
Well, we're over halfway through the first quarter of the Argos and Owls, in which I thought the under was going to hit, and it still is 0-0.
Still is, eh?
Yeah.
That's not a lot of points scored.
None.
All right. Another great show. Thanks for riding through the afternoon with us. We got the Stingers stream tonight. When's that on, Coop?
6 o'clock, right after the show.
Are they playing the Ottawa Blackjacks?
The Blackjacks, baby.
Has it started already?
Blackjack!
Yes.
Oh, okay, nice. So in progress, joined in progress. JIP. 6 a.m. Is it Uwanuk and Fraser again tomorrow on the Nielsen Show?
Safe to say, yes.
Dustin's away and Lieutenant Eric's off this week. We're back at 3 o'clock, ref week. 4 o'clock tomorrow, we'll have Dave Jackson, former NHL ref, rules analyst for ESPN. That's going to be a lot of fun. On behalf of Cooper the Corgi, Zachary Kubish, Jason Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins. Maybe I'll see you at Taste of Edmonton tonight.